Parenting sucks sometimes. It's not like you see on TV. It's not like you see on Pinterest. And it's not what the perfect Facebook moms try to make it seem. Kids are loud. Kids break things. Kids always make messes. On Kids for Sale, we explore the reality of being parents. The parts that aren't fun. The parts that nobody wants to admit to each other. Because being a parent is hard. And sometimes the only thing that makes it easier is hearing how bad it sucks for someone else. So join us on Kids for Sale, every other Friday on the Journey into Comics Network.
The following
Journey into Comics.
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 Network.
Production.
Heritage!
Warning, Podcastrophe imminent. This is Podcastrophe with Nick and Tyler, and we're coming at you with a fistful of heritage on a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcastrophe!
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Dick, and the co-host, Tyler's here.
I'm back.
Matt's not here for once.
Yeah, the last month.
He's just
been
been
nothing
here.
but Matt.
It's just been Matt, you know? But we got another special guest. He's back, and it's Shane.
Long awaited.
Oh my god. Somebody blow me up now. Fuck. Leave me alone.
Hey, Shane.
What's up, Dick?
Hey Shane.
How you been, man?
Tyler? I don't know. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. I think the last time I saw you was at the Mulberry show.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Maybe.
The shakedown.
Yeah, Shakedown. Couldn't think of it. Yeah, it's been a while.
Shakedown was fun.
Yeah.
Did you get super fucked up?
No.
No?
I got disappointingly fucked up, which is not fucked up.
Okay.
I
That
drank.
sounds like my weekend.
The thing is, like, I drank a lot.
Yeah.
Sounds like my life.
It's just like
Yeah.
the buzz never sat in. The buzz never set in, and the buzz never progressed.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
No, I totally feel you. Like, my buddy got married over the weekend, and I'd been sober for... Well, I had, like, one drink in the last 3 months before that, right?
yeah,
And I had, I don't even know how many beers and mixed drinks. And
you're just like,
I was just like, okay,
I'm immune.
what the fuck's going on? I was just tired. I just went to bed.
Yeah,
No spins,
that's kind of what
no
happened to
nothing. I
me.
was just like, I'm fucking beat.
That's
I'm going to bed.
Kind of what happened to me at the Shakedown. Like, it got to the point, I think Ursa Minor just played. They finished playing. I think the only band left was the Sluts again. So I was like, okay. They were a lot of fun last night, but I don't know if I want to watch the Sluts again.
Yeah.
Like 2 nights in a row.
Right.
So I was just ready to go, and Miranda was not. She was like, I want to watch the Sluts. And I'm like, I don't. Like, we watched them last night. She's like, I want to watch them. And we ended up
Those are
getting...
fun.
Yeah, I mean, they are. And, like, I love watching the Sluts. I love watching the Sluts.
I'm not a big punk guy.
No,
but,
me either.
like,
Absolutely
they're
not. Like,
super fun to watch.
yeah. And, like, I was just... And she immediately, like, shot back, like, I want to watch the Sluts. And I, like, basically saying, we're not leaving yet. And I'm just like... And I got, like, super grouchy.
Yeah.
And reacted. I was like, it is 2:30 in the fucking morning. I'm ready to go fucking home. This is not fun for me anymore.
Aw.
And so like we sat through like maybe half of their set, and finally I was like, she like looked at me and she's like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong? I was like, I'm ready to go.
I don't want to fucking be here
Like,
anymore.
I am fucking ready. And I was very visibly pissed off.
Right.
And like,
Well, when you're ready to go, you're ready to go.
yeah.
I mean, my wife and I have had that argument a lot the last couple weeks with all of the fall festivity bullshit. When I'm ready to
like
go,
a fair every weekend.
when I'm ready to
Yeah.
go, I want to fucking go.
Yeah, she
now.
like it happens
Right.
more times than not with me because like I'm an old man sometimes and I'm just
Yeah.
like, and she wants to party.
Yeah, I'm
She didn't really get that much opportunity to party like the last few years because of raising kids, but like, and me, I'm just like, yeah, I've done it. Like I'm
partied
good.
out.
I'm good.
I'd rather like sit here and drink a couple beers and play some video games or like
Yeah.
work on music or
I just want to
whatever
sleep.
you're doing.
I got all
or
my
sleep.
party stage out when I was in fucking high school because we were partying like 2-3 nights a week, like
Yeah.
during the school week and shit. So I'm long fucking over that hill.
Yeah, I was a loser, so I didn't have
Fucking-
anything to do with those guys. we weren't partying like that. We would like play D&D on Fridays and Saturdays, and
Man,
I
but
didn't
that's
start drinking until later.
that's the cycle for me because I always talk shit about D&D, and now I'm like, I can't guzzle enough of that D&D dick.
Yeah,
I mean,
Drunk.
I mean, if I could fucking play D&D every night of the week, I would because it's
Fuck
one of the
yeah.
most satisfying experiences I've ever had.
it is. Well, I mean, you know, as long as you have a good group,
Yes,
it's
and a good
fucking
DM.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of lump that in with the group, but yeah, like
Apparently, you need to have Lender DM because he does the voices.
I do the voices.
You do the voices?
I do the voices.
I try, but I get really.
Tyler's like, I try, but then I feel really stupid, so I stop.
No, I don't feel stupid. It's just
You
I'm
feel
not
stupid.
like I can do a couple accents really well, and then anything like that's outside of my comfort zone, I just feel really uncomfortable doing.
I feel like your comfort zone is very small.
So like I'm running a campaign right now that we're taking like a short hiatus on because each of us is involved in multiple campaigns at the same time, and then my buddy Andy and I are both trying to do Adventure League on top of that, which is the organized play.
Yeah. They've been trying to get that off the ground for so long.
Well, they can't. I mean, it's hard to compete with Pathfinder because there's Paizo's is so awesome, and
Yeah.
Adventure League's just trying to get off the ground still. But all of us are involved in so much shit. But all the voices and accents that I do inevitably end up as Wisconsin or Minnesota accents. It's not your atypical like.
Oh, hey there, pal.
It's not your atypical like British or Scottish
don't you know?
accents. Yeah, it's all fucking Wisconsin and Minnesota because those are the ones that I make fun of the most. So it's easy
Oh
for
yeah,
me to do.
definitely.
That's fantastic.
But yeah,
I feel like you become like us becoming friends. Like definitely amplified that tenfold.
Oh yeah.
Like because that's all I do is make fun of Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Canadian people.
Oh yeah.
Like or like the Diet Canada ring.
Yes. Diet Canada.
Yeah, it was.
Like you got
The wedding was my fucking buddy from Canada.
Oh,
so
shit.
it was like all these Canadians.
Oh fuck.
And they were like, oh,
Oh.
I don't
Oh,
understand
heck.
what you guys are talking about. An accent. And it was like, bruh.
Bruh, you're doing it right now.
A boot. Sorry. Come on, man. I mean, it was fun.
And
But
then
it
we
was-
say shit like warsh and crick.
Yeah, we talked about that shit too. Because they were like, yeah, we usually associate like
I say Chris.
a southern accent or like colloquialisms like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like crick and warsh and shit like that to American accents. But you guys don't really sound like that. Well, some of our parents probably do.
Well, Indiana's that fucked up place that just absorbs everyone around us.
It just has things.
Well, yeah.
We have a little bit of everything.
We have like the generic accent, especially like north central
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, because the Midwest is kind of where like a lot of anchors for news stations are groomed so that they have a generic accent, so they don't sound like they're from Boston when they're on the national news.
Yep.
You know, so they send them here to like get rid of all that, so that they can be fed to everyone across the
Okay.
country, so that they're not.
I don't know. I would prefer my newscaster to be from Boston with a Bostonian accent. I think it'd be entertaining.
It would be entertaining, but some people would just go, I can't understand this prick.
Hey there, gay.
I don't know what this guy is going on about.
Hey, listen
but
here, pal. I've heard about enough of this malarkey. But no, I mean, when I was in Europe, all the time that I've spent in Europe, everyone thought that I was from like the fucking deep south.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
deep south, and it's like, no, I don't believe that I have an accent, you know?
Nah.
And then, like, even when I was in Texas and shit, people are like, are you from fucking Alabama? No, I'm not from fucking Alabama.
I don't know.
Yeah, so being from Delphi, there's some people there with accents, like hickey accents, but like for the most part it's just this normal, what we consider general or
Just
generic
regular gays.
regular gays.
Regular gays.
But you'll go 10 minutes up north to Monticello and everybody talks like this. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing. Like just a 10-minute drive and you're...
Well, look at, like, England. Like, every other block has a different fucking
Yeah.
dialect, you know?
Yeah,
Well, not just that, but like their whole fucking vocabulary is different.
Yeah. It's fucked. Language is fucked.
Language is fucked. AF. Get that, millennials?
We're millennials.
I know.
I know.
I'm assimilating into my generational
Like
culture.
we can't even claim to be like the part of the part that was like part Generation X, part millennial, the Xennials.
I saw a thing the other
Xennials or
day,
whatever.
Yeah,
a report that
We can't?
they are now making that
maybe you can.
that
Oh.
generational distinction that scientists are
Microgeneration.
starting to call that a different generation of people.
Really?
And I thought that was fucked up because it's every 20 years. It's a generation of people.
Do you know what those years are from? What years that is?
Shane's about to hit you with some fucking
Millennials,
knowledge.
I think it's like 83 to... I can't remember where the end point is. It's like
Well,
2000 or so.
2003. If it's
well,
83
yeah.
to 2003.
So what was the midpoint then? The Xennial thing?
Xennial was probably like around 83 to 85. Like right around there.
No, because I'm 86.
I'm 90.
I thought it was, I thought the Xennial thing was 1980 to like 88 or something like that. It was almost a decade in.
Is the R&D department getting on
Yeah,
it?
R&D department's getting on it. Well, while he's looking that up, I have a really, really critical, paramount. This is absolutely the most important thing we're going to talk about on this show today. Topic.
Okay.
If you were going to put all of your money in one of these sodas, which one would it be? If you had to pick your favorite, the best, the king, between Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb, let's go.
Oh, Dr. Pepper, absolutely.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper, sorry.
Yet again, I stand firm with my unpopular opinions. Mr. Pibb is a better soda than Dr. Pepper.
Go on.
I'll fucking take some Dr. Shasta over Dr. Pepper.
Go on.
Dr. Pepper tastes like helium-infused anal gland and, like, salt block.
As long as it's beaver anal gland.
Yes, it is strictly like beaver or muskrat.
Your wife
anal
says
gland.
Dr. Pepper.
No, fucking, it's like they're both supposed to be cherry sodas, is what they were originally supposed to be. Neither one of them tastes like cherry soda.
23
I get hints of
fucking
cherry.
flavors, baby.
Yeah,
I mean,
23.
Yeah, but
According to
Cherry vanilla
Wikipedia,
Dr.
it's only like
Pepper.
60
oh,
or
it's good
66.
shit. Don't get me wrong, I love some cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper, but
Okay.
if I
Pod
had,
Daddy says Dr. Pepper is superior.
if I had to daily drink one, it would be Mr. Pibb all day.
No.
Dr. Pepper has too much fucking carbonation now. It's all carbonation and no flavor.
Now,
Oh, that's the best part. You just like it scrapes everything off the inside of your throat,
and then your
down into your
then your
stomach,
mouth's
yeah.
fucking raw for a
Yeah.
couple days.
No, that's just how I get if I eat some fucking bagel chips.
Alex commented, she says DP exclamation point, but she had to clarify and say Dr. Pepper.
Okay,
Oh.
I have a story about that bullshit.
All right,
DP
let's-
double
let's go with
penetration.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
well,
Oh yeah!
just DP meaning Dr. Pepper, but coming across as something else. Because I used to drink Dr. Pepper all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And I worked at a kiosk in the mall, not here, up in this was in South Bend.
Okay.
And there's literally like there was a fucking Chick-fil-A like 30 feet away. Okay.
Just tempting you.
And
all day.
Chick-fil-A, someplace at the mall.
Yeah. And my fucking dad is like, he like was driving me around then, so he like comes over after he gets out of work and we're talking. He's like, hey, you need a drink? I was like, yeah. So he goes all the way over to the fucking Chick-fil-A and he screams across the whole fucking mall. He's like, hey, Shay, you want DP, right? It's like, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, Dad.
I want Dr. Pepper, yes.
I want all that DP.
God damn it.
Give me 2 helpings of DP.
Keeping helpings of that DP.
Some quad P.
At least 32 ounces.
Fuck.
I want a mega chug of DP right now.
We're gonna fill the cup.
I like Dr. Pepper more. I don't know. I mean, I do agree. Like the carbonation has been.
It's been over the top. lately.
There's a noticeable difference in how much carbonation there is compared to what there was.
I think it depends on what version you get. Not version, what bottling method you get.
I typically get bottle, like plastic bottle,
20 ounce or 2 liter.
20 ounce.
Okay. Yeah. For
If
some reason,
I'm
it
getting
seems
it.
to me like 20 ounce bottles are way more carbonated than most other things.
If you yell DP 3 times, it summons Rolo.
DP.
Fucking door kicks open.
Yeah, it just fucking flies off the
Fucking
hinges.
Rolo the Destroyer's here.
Like for me, I went to fucking Dairy Queen last week for lunch, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna have a fucking DP today. And I fucking fill my glass all the way to the brim with fucking Dr. Pepper, and I take a big drink. And this was like freshly changed syrup package. Like, this is the most possible flavor of Dr. Pepper that could be in this carbonated water. And it was still 90% carbonation.
Wow.
And I couldn't do it. I fucking dumped it out and got a Mountain Dew because it tastes the same every time.
That's not true.
Yeah, I've had some shitty Mountain Dews.
Fountain Mountain Dew's the same.
Go to
No,
fucking...
that's where I've gotten it shitty.
Yeah, go to fucking...
Fountain
the
is
KFC
always inconsistent.
in Frankfurt, and literally everything will be soda water, just barely colored by syrup.
Yeah.
Because none of those fucking degenerates know how to use the goddamn
I do
machine.
have to agree with you there, especially on KFC, because every KFC I've ever gotten a Mountain Dew at, it either tastes like flat Mountain Dew or all carbonation. There's no in between.
It's probably some kind of fucking directive from corporate to save money or some shit.
Yeah. all
Only
these
open
people
the
be
valve
drinking all this
halfway.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's like Fountain is where you get the most inconsistency.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but no, I drink it out of 20-ounce plastic bottles because that's usually where I have the most access to
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper. I mean, obviously I can just go to the store and get a 2-liter or a 12 or 24 pack, but
Yeah, usually you're just like at a gas station or whatever.
No,
and you're like,
normal-
yeah, give me a 20 ounce.
no, normally it's at work. I'm from a fucking vending
yeah,
machine,
that
and
too.
like the thing
They
is,
don't make can vending machines anymore for some reason.
Yeah.
'Cause they got to get your $5 for a fucking drink.
yes. But so I try to limit myself on things that I get addicted to. Dr. Pepper is one of those things I get addicted
Just
to.
pop in
plan.
general
Yeah.
is my
Yeah,
thing.
which like the thing is like Dr. Pepper, I just suck that shit down if I drink
Bet
it.
you do.
Oh yeah.
All that DP.
So I try to limit myself. Like I have to really have a hankering for Dr. Pepper if I'm gonna get it. So
got a
and that's
fever.
usually at work.
And the only cure is more Dr. Pepper.
More DP.
More
DP.
DP.
Yeah, you fucked that up.
Oh. Yeah, the chat is going wild with DP.
I feel like that wouldn't fix your fever. If anything, it would make it worse.
Yeah. Well, after 10 years of being with my wife, I have just recently convinced her to not have pop in the house.
Solid.
Because no shit, you could fucking come home from the grocery store with 4 2-liters, okay? As the moment they were fucking cold, I would get a fucking neon cactus cup
Oh, God.
and fill it to the fucking brim, okay? That's half a 2-liter right there.
Yeah, that would be 1 liter.
Down it.
That'd be a liter of cola.
Down it. Fill it right back up. Go sit down. 3 minutes. Fucking gone. I would drink all 4 of those 2 liters in a couple of hours. No problem. And then I would be miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could drink probably at least 2 of them, but like I don't know if I could drink 4.
Oh, I could drink 4, no problem.
I know when I was a kid, we would go to like buffets or whatever and have like unlimited refills on drinks and shit, and I would just guzzle like fucking Mellow Yellow or whatever they had, like it was nothing, just like 16 glasses of fucking Mellow Yellow.
Yep.
And then like 20, 30 minutes later pass the fuck out because of the huge sugar crash.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I mean, when we go out to eat now, I don't get soda at a restaurant because unless, you know, like if I go out to eat for lunch, when I'm at work and shit, I'll always have 1 soda and then fucking cap it. I won't refill it when we leave. But if I sit down at dinner with my family, I'll fucking drink 4 or 5 of them before I get my food, and then I'm full.
Yeah.
And then I eat all of my food, so then I'm that much more miserable.
Yeah, you feel like shit after that.
Yep. So I just fucking drink water.
Fuck. Yeah, I try to, when I go on like these little no pop, like no soda fucking binges.
No soda.
No soda.
Anti-soda binges. I will only drink pop at a restaurant if I'm eating out.
Yeah.
So
I'm back on only water and coffee. Straight coffee, no fucking...
That's good.
I got a bunch of beer and pop over here, so I can't say shit.
Fuck you. I had more than enough over the weekend on Saturday. Fucking like Busted Knuckle and Oktoberfest and shit. I love Busted Knuckle.
Big fan myself.
I've never heard of Busted Knuckle.
It's good stuff.
Yeah,
It's
really.
good. It's good.
It's good.
It's real good.
What's it like? What kind of?
Good.
It's a porter.
Okay, so
But it's like real fucking like thick.
I might be into it, but I don't know.
It's one of the only porters that you will ever hear me say I really, really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know I don't really like them. So
I'm iffy on porters, but that one in particular, I have drank like multiple 32-ounce mugs of in a sitting. So
it doesn't make you feel like shit.
Maybe in the morning.
Well, the next day, I'm just saying, like for me, part of the reason I don't like porters very much is there was a time where, especially when I was in Europe and I had a lot of fucking Danish black beer, you know, some really, really fucking top-notch porters, and I got on that kick where that's all that I wanted, and like 2 or 3 deep, and then it's like, man, I feel fucking awful, and I've been here for like 2 hours, you know. I don't want to feel that way anymore.
Please make it stop, mister.
Right?
I want to drink a lot of different things.
I don't
Stop
feel
being
so good.
fragile, you fucking millennial.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Now that I don't drink at home, I've lost my edge. So we were at a family gathering this past week, and no shit, this is how little I drink now. I fucking had 3/4 of a glass of wine, and I was like, whoa.
Whoa there!
Whoa!
We're getting fucked up tonight.
Now, granted, I took it and went like this, and just fucking inhaled it.
Yeah, you got wine drunk.
But I was like, this shit's fucking dangerous because it was blackberry wine and it was real good. Fucking.
Yeah.
I'm not a sweet wine guy. I like really dry wine.
Jennifer's making Oreo balls. Fuck yeah.
Get me some, Jennifer.
She didn't even say anything. She's like, I'm preparing something. I'm like, yep.
But yeah, it was that fucking shit's dangerous.
Yeah. We're going down to 450 North Friday.
Okay.
It's not a release day. We're just going. I wish we could have gone last Friday because they had the double cherry or the cherry fresh fruit. And
Did
I wanted
nobody pick any up?
Nobody went.
What a bunch of cocksuckers.
Nobody went.
Is everyone busy or something?
I guess, yeah.
God forbid.
I had to work.
Yeah.
I had to work.
It's everyone else's fault. It's fine.
I knew I was calling in this Friday, so I couldn't call in last Friday. So, yeah. But yeah, we're going down 450, and we're actually gonna, instead of their beers, I mean, I'm gonna drink their beers, but
You're going down for the pizza?
actually, I might be going down for the pasta. They have good pasta there too.
Yeah, that's what you said.
But no, we're gonna try some of their wine. This is
Cool.
from the Simmons Winery.
Where is it at?
450 North, Columbus, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
It's about hour 40, 45 drive down there.
Remember I bought Skylar a bottle
Yeah.
last time we were down there?
Jess, she bought like 6 bottles. It had like, cause I guess Nick gave her money to get some wine, so she bought 6 bottles, and then she goes out to the car, and here comes Nick with a whole another case full of wine. He's like, I don't remember buying this. And he's
Nice.
because she's like, or maybe it was like, I don't remember giving you the money for it, so I went ahead and bought it.
Whoops.
They gave us a bottle for our wedding, and
It's good wine. I like the wine from the Simmons Winery.
Nick got me that.
Sweet.
Yeah, he got me a bottle of Dark Lord.
So, speaking of wives and
Jelly.
significant others, we had our IBW fucking yearly hog roast a couple weeks ago. And it's just a +1 event. So it's union member plus whoever they want to bring. So I decided to take Skylar. It's a Friday night. We get there about 6:30. It's right on the Wildcat, so it's really secluded. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a fire going, lots of good food. Everybody's having a good time. I've had a few drinks. My illustrious friend Travis decides to start doing fucking Jaeger bombs.
Oh, shit.
One
Fun.
after another. And I said, look, man, I got to work tomorrow. So, in typical me fashion, I just start doing shots of Jaeger. Because I don't like Jaeger bombs.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
one.
the bomb part.
Why,
Just do the Jaeger.
why ruin good Jaeger with fucking Red Bull? So, I'm doing shots with Travis, and then Skylar starts doing shots, and then I stop drinking. And she just keeps doing shots.
Oh no!
just keeps
No!
going.
Oh no, Skylar!
Just keeps going, one after another, double fisting shots.
I know her tolerance. No.
And so it was about 9 o'clock when we left, and totally fucking toasted, smashed. However you can say inebriated, that's how she was. So we pull up to my father-in-law's.
So she was speaking.
Yes.
Is what you're saying?
Yes, we pull up to my father-in-law's house to pick up our kid, and she goes, I'm just going to sit in the car. Okay. And then right when I'm getting out of the car, she goes, no, I have to pee. And I said, okay, then go inside and use the bathroom. But I don't want them to see me.
Oh, no.
And I said, fucking go inside and go to the bathroom or pee your pants. I don't care. Make a decision. You know. So she goes inside. I said, when you get in there, just don't look at anybody. Don't. Just walk straight to the bathroom. So no shit, this is how she does it. We walk in the kitchen, hang a left. My father-in-law and his girlfriend are sitting there on the couch, and she just goes and just walks straight to the bathroom. Doesn't say anything to anybody. So I'm standing there having a conversation with her, or with, my father-in-law and his girlfriend. She walks out, doesn't look at anybody, and goes to leave. I'm not paying attention, so I didn't hear the door open or close. Like 5 or 10 minutes goes by, and I just happen to peek around the corner, and she's just standing in the kitchen, just staring off into space.
Holy shit.
Like, good God, woman.
She says, believe it or not, I was not hungover the next day.
No, she wasn't. She took it like a champ.
Wow. Impressive.
I went to work the next morning, and I felt like a bag of smashed assholes.
Solid.
And she had 10 times the amount that I drank. I had probably 8 beers and maybe.
That just means you didn't go far enough.
Maybe 6 or 7 shots.
This
Yeah,
was
you're
last
not
Friday?
wrong. This was the 8th night. I don't know. It was like 2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
okay.
3 weeks ago.
I went to the Doom Room Halloween thing last Friday. Got a really shitty second place in the costume contest.
Well, you're Quail Man.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense for the character, but like, I should have won.
Who'd you get beat by?
A fucking idiot, an asshole that just came out of nowhere, I might add. Like, everyone was already up there and ready, and just out of nowhere, here comes from behind us all some asshole who looked really good as Borat in the bikini. Like the fucking V-thong. Yeah. And he was fit. I had no chance. Because he was up there just shaking his ass. He had all the confidence and charisma in the world.
Well, and you were Quail Man, so.
But I had the best costume
like,
there.
Every time I sit on this futon, I have to resist the urge to grab your Quail Man Funko Pop and smash it in my hand.
The only real competition I had was Casey because he dressed up as John Cena, but no one could see him. So I was
gets them every time. Damn it.
Wow.
No, so like the prize was like $100 bar tab. So the person who won it, the guy who dressed up as Borat, he was the singer for the next band. And so basically, you as a band, you typically get free drinks most of the night, or at least while you're on stage. Mm-hmm. So, one, he wasn't even using that bar tab. Two, when the fuck is he ever going to be back? So it's like it's a pointless
What band
prize.
was it?
Triguna.
Oh, okay.
What
They were
you
good.
gonna
They were
use
really
the bar
good.
tab for pizza?
No, I was gonna buy beer every
They
time
have
I
really
go
good
there.
Pizza.
Yeah, they do. I did.
I would have used it for pizza.
I got pizza that night, so
I can't not go there and get fucking pizza. I can't go there and not get
Yeah.
pizza.
There you go.
I get you. It's good
I'm
pizza.
tired,
It's
man.
good pizza. I am too. Actually, I'm not that tired. I'm good. I woke up like shit, but I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
I woke up super late and called into work.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's solid. Somebody's commenting as only human. It's probably Ryan.
Ryan, fucking knock it off.
Well, it's funny because it said Ryan joined earlier, and then when he finally started commenting, it's comments under only human. He goes, "I miss Jaeger."
Oh, yeah, it's definitely Ryan. Sorry, Ryan.
Is that why you decided to do the whole no drinking? Or
It's kind of part of it, but a big part of it was there were a couple of weeks where we had this party at my friend's house. It was a fighting game tournament, and
Nice.
I won, and then I went off the deep end and fucking got blitzed and ended up yakking. And then a couple weeks later was Gen Con, and I stayed down there, and I spent a ridiculous amount of money on alcohol, and I never once got drunk the whole 4 days.
wow.
And I was just like, what the fuck is happening? And it pissed me off, and then I just was like, you know what, I'm done for at least a little while. I might just like drink at special occasions like birthdays and fucking
Right.
weddings and stuff like that.
But no point in spending like ridiculous amounts of money.
Right. Like, because especially, you know, at Gen Con, we were in Indianapolis, so unless you were buying it at a fucking liquor store, you know, it was like $12 for a cocktail.
Of course.
And if you were at a shitty place, that cocktail didn't have any fucking alcohol in it. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it was like, okay, I'm just not going to spend this amount of money on fucking booze anymore.
How was Gen Con, by the way? I had to miss it again this year.
It was good. The game that I've been playing a lot in the last few years doesn't really have a presence there nearly as much. But that meant I got to do a lot of other stuff that I didn't do the last couple of years. So, we did the game library thing, which that's pretty cool. I didn't do any new demos because they have changed how some of that works. And a lot of times if they're in the vendor hall, they have a huge line. So I wasn't fucking with all that. I miss the glory days of there being like maybe 10,000 people, you know, instead of like 70 or whatever it is now. Because you would go Thursday and Friday and there would be like no one fucking there. You would get to talk with and know the people that were behind the games because it wasn't some lunky that they sent. It was like somebody that was a creator that was there, and they were demoing their games, even at the higher end stuff like WizKids, Wizards of the Coast. You know, they had game creators there, and now it's just like, you know, some guys that they sent a thing online to, you know, learn how to play the game beforehand, and you show up, you get into this show for free, and a t-shirt that has our name on it. You work 1 or 2 days, and you get a 4-day badge.
That's shitty.
You know, that's how most of it is. There are some that are still the creators that show up and demo their games, but they're like the really small people that just spent like basically their whole budget for the year to be at Gen Con. Because that's another thing, like all the, a couple of the bigger publishers and stuff have left the con because it's become so expensive. Like the game that HeroClix that I play a lot, WizKids, like 2 years ago, I think, they weren't even at the con. They said, fuck it, we're not going to do it anymore. They had a bunch of backlash, so they came back the year after that, but they didn't hold any events. So now they just have a vendor booth, and it's really small, as opposed to as big as it was before, and they don't run any games. So, and it's happening with a lot of publishers. It's just too expensive for them to buy space. And then if they want to like run games, I guess the gaming area is super expensive too. And like, so if they want to do something huge, then they got to put out so much money that it's not worth it anymore.
Do you think that it's eventually going to leave Indianapolis?
Eventually, but I think they just announced a few days ago, that they extended their contract because I guess there are a few new hotels being built downtown or in the area that are partnered with them. So they signed a extension on their contract with the city. So it'll be there through 2023, I want to say.
Okay.
What it said.
There's a couple cons coming up. I'm still deciding on whether I'm going to go or not. Like Louisville SuperCon. I don't know if I want to go or not. I mean, I do because the people there is just stacked.
You see, like, that's never been something that I've ever done, like the going to the signings and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Me either.
So
I've only been to one Comic-Con, so I can't say much. But
Well, I've went to Indie Comic-Con a couple times, and the first year that I went down there, it was great. The year after that, it was okay, and then the third year that I went, it was just a flea market. And I'm a pretty anti-flea market guy, so
that's kind of the impression I got last year when I went.
I don't want to walk around and just have people say, "Hey, come buy my shit."
I like that.
I like flea markets.
I like it if there's like decent shit. If it's see, that's something that you brought up, the like festivals and shit earlier. It used to be a lot of those festivals were like crafts and like handmade shit, or like, you know, somebody that makes honey or somebody that makes, you know, jam or whatever, or Chex Mix or whatever the fuck, and they bag it and sell it at those things. And then at some point in the 90s, or early 2000s, it started being like people that buy bulk knockoff sunglasses and fucking keychains and dumb shit that they had nothing to do with, and they sell them in fucking booths.
Yeah,
and they make more money than the other people do.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at, because, you know,
if I go to a Comic-Con and there's a guy selling comics, I have no problem with it.
Right.
But if there's somebody selling fucking like fucking My Little Pony butt plugs, then I might be like, why?
Yes.
Why is that here?
Yeah, I got a really cool mug the second year that I went down there. It's got it's got Boba Fett's fucking symbol.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian skull?
Yeah. Like laser etched into the glass, so that's pretty cool. And I think my buddy that went down there with me that year got like a fucking House Stark one. So that's really cool. You know, and I got like you know, the Clint Eastwood Man with No Name from Good and Bad and the Ugly? There was an artist down there that had some lithographs of Boba Fett as that character, undead and alive, and I bought both.
With the poncho and shit?
Yep, I bought a copy of each, because that to me is worth saying, hey, come buy my shit.
Yeah.
But I was getting it. Yeah, I was getting at what you were saying. You know, we went to the fucking Apple Popcorn Festival 2 months ago, whenever the fuck it was. Right. And I bought like fucking homemade dog treats, and I bought all kinds of shit. Like if you are taking time and effort
to make something
and be proud of what you're making, I will gladly pay whatever you want me to pay, because I like that shit. But like Shane said, if you're fucking selling me a keychain that you bought off of eBay, like, go fuck yourself, because I don't want to buy it. You know?
Yeah.
I don't want you here. You are ruining the experience for everybody else. Because you have that booth. Somebody else could have had that booth or that display space. They didn't get it because you fucking bought it to sell keychains.
Right. Yeah, it's bullshit. And, like, the whole point of those festivals is, like, you know, they're always, like, spring or fall harvest kind of things. Like, the whole point is to, like, bring out people from the area to sell their shit, not for some random dude that goes around and sells at all the festivals to sell sunglasses.
Well, and you know, to go further than that, it's supposed to bring the community together.
Yeah.
You know, these are all people that are a part of this community. These are this is the shit that they like to do, and they want to sell it to you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, they want you to be involved in what they're doing.
That's why I really like the mosey down Main Street, because like it's all Lafayette businesses, or mostly Lafayette businesses, and they're trying to promote. If they don't have anything to sell, they're at least down there just to say hey and promote themselves. Some of them have like fun activities and shit to do, and
so much room for activities.
there's so much room.
There's one they used to do in South Bend that was called the Ethnic Festival. And
Go on.
it was mostly food.
I thought you were gonna say mostly other races.
Well,
it was mostly coloreds. I'm kidding.
That's a good segue after we get to this. 'Cause I've got a topic for this.
So it was mostly like, you know, people that had immigrated or whatever, or their families or, you know, great grandparents or whatever, but they would like own a restaurant, or they would have a food truck or whatever, and they would bring it down and like,
I love food
so
trucks.
then,
I do too.
So there were all these food trucks and all these tents and shit, and they were all making like shit that, you know, us generic ass white folks wouldn't know anything about.
That's racist.
And, yeah, I know.
Speaking of, I said coloreds in jest.
Yeah, you got
2018.
We have to clarify that.
Taken off of everything that this fucking podcast is on. You're gonna get fucking zuckered here in a second.
I would not be surprised. That's a topic right there.
They actually stopped doing it because of the name of it. They couldn't call it the Ethnic Festival anymore.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Zuckerberg.
No.
Got zucked.
Yeah. No, this was years ago. Somebody was offended about it, and they stopped doing it. And it was like, why? Because
so
I mean, there was
dumb.
like, it wasn't even just, you know, like just people that weren't white, because there were like fucking people who were direct Polish and direct German and, you know, everything like that, where they're, you know, we make fucking sausage and sauerkraut and shit next to the Filipino guy that's making lumpia and stuff. And it's like,
Banana
that's
ketchup.
fucking awesome. And then they're like, somebody's offended. We gotta stop. Bullshit.
So this is the perfect segue for one of my next topics that I have. How do you guys feel about Apu being removed from The Simpsons?
It's
Okay,
silly
wait a minute,
on both parts.
Don't you dare fucking defend it.
Defend him getting taken off?
Yeah.
It is what it is. I could care less. I haven't watched The Simpsons in years.
It does. I've never watched The Simpsons.
Oh, I have.
Okay.
But
I never gave a fuck about Apu as a character.
It is an important, long-running character from the show.
Yep.
That, I mean, it's not somebody doing blackface.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not slave man named Toby.
In that way, it is like sort of considered an offensive stereotype of Indians, like the accent, and you know that they all fucking run convenience stores and shit like that. But the show is literally a satire of all of that dumb shit, and that's the point of it. That's the point of that character. That's the point of the Scott. That's the point of every other character that is a lampooning of the stereotype of their race, you know, or their nationality. And that's the part that's bullshit.
Homer.
You can't satirize that shit. Yeah, Homer is like the dumb, fat American dad.
Yep.
And it's making fun of that. And that's the whole point of all of the characters in the show. Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, this one's offensive. Well, so are all the other ones.
Yep.
That's the point. Like, I understand that it's offensive. That's fine. But taking it off of there is not cool, because all of the other fucking characters are offensive too. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
That's why it fucking triggered me pretty hard when I saw it yesterday. Just because of, Shane said it exactly how I was going to say it. That is the fucking purpose of the show. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch the show. If you don't like South Park, don't fucking watch it.
That's always been my biggest thing about any kind of media, is like, it is how it is because the people that wrote it wanted it to be that way. If you don't like it, don't consume it.
Exactly.
I don't like rap for the most part, so I don't consume it. I don't bitch about like, well, they say this and this in there, they should be stopped.
God wills it.
Fuck them.
To be fair,
No.
mumble rap should be stopped.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I just don't consume it. So then if enough people
10,000
don't fucking
millennials
like it,
cried out in anger.
yeah, in anguish. It's like 10,000 voices cried out suddenly in anguish, and then were silenced.
Not to steer too far away, but back to the millennial things. We're already past millennials generationally.
Mm-hmm.
Generation Y.
Yeah, we're old as fuck.
They're called.
I turned 27 yesterday.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
fucking old.
My dad
Christ.
turned 51.
Fat
Fuck.
Mark McGuire.
Both of you guys.
I'll tell you right now, I will fucking party with Fat Mark McGuire any
You
day. of
like
the
my
week.
dad?
I like your fucking dad.
Finally got to meet him.
If your dad's fucking bored one day and he wants to party, you tell him to call me because I'll fucking party with your dad.
My dad's a cool dude.
I like your dad more
Fat
than
Mark
you.
McGuire. Fat Mark McGuire. Yeah, they're known as the texting generation. Mm-hmm. And I would say more like the Fortnite and eating ass generation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's like I woke up one day.
And all of a sudden,
I woke up on
it
a
wasn't
Monday.
gross anymore.
I woke up on a Monday and it's like, hey, bro, you eat ass? No!
Fuck.
Like, no, okay, so.
I remember going up to people and be like, eat my ass! And that wasn't like an invitation to go into my bedroom. It was like, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. So, my wife and I used to be host parents for the Colt World Series. And the first year that we hosted, I'm driving around. I've got 3 15-year-old boys in my pickup. Okay? So, you could take this a very dark route if you wanted to. But we were driving to the baseball stadium for game 1 of the day. And Landon, the kid that's in the front seat, just goes, hey, man, you eat that booty?
Oh, Jesus.
And I looked at him and I went, what? And he goes, do you eat ass? And I said, hell no. And then he tried to show me nudes of a girl that...
No!
And I said,
I cannot see
and
that.
I went,
I cannot see that.
No!
You're technically a sexual predator for seeing that.
No shit. I went like this. I said, I cannot fucking look at that. I can't look at it.
Put it away.
I will fucking go to jail today.
Fucking federal pound me in the ass prison.
But that was, no shit, one of the first conversations that we had. Hey, man, you eat that booty? No!
Damn.
Like, God!
How long ago was this?
This would have been 2015.
Wow, that kid was on the bleeding edge.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That was 2015.
The bleeding edge of booty eating?
Yep.
Is that what you just said?
But like, what fucking struck me? What struck me more than anything? He was fucking 15 years old.
Renaming the episode.
He was 15 years old, fucking asking a 20-year-old or 20-some-year-old dude,
Yeah, if
does he
eats
fucking eat ass?
Yeah, if he eats that booty. That's pretty impressive.
Like, God damn.
Yeah, that's a very possible episode title. That was solid. That was solid AF.
Oh my god.
Were we done with the Simpsons topic, or
Well, I mean,
because
I just basically wanted to get a general consensus.
yeah,
of the
I
room
don't
of
have
how we
much to
feel
say about it.
I'm just, it seems like every day something that has, whether I partake in it or not, something that has been a part of our society is slowly but surely getting fucking whittled away. And it's infuriating to me. I don't watch The Simpsons. I never have. I mean, I have watched The Simpsons.
Yeah.
But it's not like something that I love to watch.
Right.
You know, I was always, when all my friends were watching The Simpsons, I was watching South Park. So, I mean, that's always what I went after. But, like, I agree that change is necessary, and the people that fight change really hard are the people that just don't want to adapt. Like, I totally buy into that philosophy, but not everything has to change.
Right, yeah, they're just kind of shotgunning at this
Yeah.
point. Just bitching about anything and everything.
Yes. And that's what's so frustrating for me because, I mean, we're going to wake up one day and South Park's going to be fucking taken off the air. Because one person got offended, okay? South Park has been offending people since the 90s.
Yeah.
Continuously.
Very, like...
aggressively.
Aggressively,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what the word I was looking for.
Trey
I mean,
Parker and Matt Stone
I mean,
have been
straight up.
stomping a mud hole in people's asses.
I mean,
that are
the
easily
movie
offended.
itself...
Everyone.
Yes.
The movie itself, I mean, you got the squadron of black dudes, and they're participating in Operation Meat Shield.
Yes.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Although they did address the whole the City Walk guy. Like, he is literally considered, he is an American. He is a white Caucasian American that's deluged with being
Okay.
an Asian.
All right.
And I guess they did that in response to Apu. I don't know how, I can't remember how long ago it was, but I read this recently throughout all this drama. But yeah, it's...
So you did have something to add. You just...
I didn't want to add it because I didn't have it all there in my head.
Okay.
Because you're
So-
dumber than a bag of dicks.
Dicks.
But dicks. But that, I mean, we're gonna wake up one day in the next couple of years, and one person with enough sway is gonna be offended by something that South Park
Enough
says,
fucking Twitter followers.
and it's gonna be fucking taken down.
Yeah.
And that's fucking ludicrous.
Yeah. But then again, we live in an age where a very beloved director and writer can be completely taken down for something he said 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And
But he's gonna rise from his ashes.
Said.
And make,
Said. Not
Yeah.
even did. Said.
yeah.
He's gonna make Suicide Squad great again.
For
Amen.
the first time?
I mean, to be fair, it was great before the movie, but
Yeah.
it just,
Okay.
the movie made
Like
it bad.
comic books and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was getting.
Maybe the animated one. I don't remember if it was that good or not.
I liked the Suicide Squad movie. Okay.
I didn't hate it. It was probably one of the better DC movies.
I think so.
It's just I think it got the shit cut out of it.
Oh, yeah.
It got gutted.
Have you watched the director's cut?
I think. Did we tell you to watch the director's cut the last time I was on?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. That's way better than the theatrical, but also like the general plot was kind of shit.
It was.
yeah.
It was complete shit. I mean,
But the acting and all that,
Yeah, it was a character piece.
the acting and the casting and everything were great.
Yeah.
yep.
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 Okay.
Yuck.
We should probably find something that we don't all agree on so we can have a more interesting conversation about
Yeah.
it other than stroking each other's dicks.
Well, we already argued.
Dicks.
We already argued about Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb.
Okay, that counts.
Just crossing that one off the list. The one thing that I've been wanting to talk to Shane about specifically,
Oh boy.
other than how much I admire him, how'd you feel about that Fallout 76 beta?
Yeah. Let's get into this.
Okay.
Because I didn't get a chance to participate in said beta.
Yeah, and we're missing it right now. I think. In like 20 minutes, we'll be missing it.
How long does it run till?
Tonight, it runs till 11.
Damn it.
Yeah. So... I think it's basically... The mechanics in general are Fallout 4.
Minus VATS.
Well, VATS has been reduced to like a auto-targeting thing. It doesn't even slow time, let alone stop it like it did in like 3. So I mean, you basically just have to rely on the combat system to work if you're using it, and otherwise, which is really hard, and I haven't even really used it. I've just been, shooting in first person and stuff. The leveling system is super weird and is going to take a lot of getting used to.
Okay.
Because you start with 1s across the board on all your special stats.
Really?
And then you get cards every level and also get booster packs with extra cards every 2 levels, I think. And you can use as many cards as you have special points. So if you have a 1 strength, you can use a 1 card, right? And some of the cards have multiple levels to them. So if you get 2 cards that are the same, you can put them together to make a 2-star card.
Okay.
And then it takes 2 to use. And then some of them, they added a lot of level requirements on gear and on the cards too. So that's something interesting that I saw a lot of people bitching about, because it hasn't been there. I don't know if it was in 1 and 2, but I don't think it was in 3 New Vegas.
No.
I know it wasn't in 4. But like, I know they had like strength requirements sometimes and stuff like that
for power armor.
Well, for power armor, but then like some of the weapons, you couldn't use them efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would have a lot more sway and stuff if you didn't have the right strength. But this is like straight up, it's grayed out. You can't even fucking select it. I found power armor pieces. I could put the frame on, but not without unequipping the actual power armor pieces. And they were like level 40. And I got up to level, I think I'm level 9 in about 6 or 7 hours. Because I played that night, and then I played again this weekend.
Now, how much of this is going to carry over into the actual game?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, or do you get a special perk for playing the...
Yeah, because it's a completely separate app.
Okay,
so I'm not sure if the save is going to transfer over, but I'm pretty sure it's attached to a Bethesda account.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Like when you start the game up, you basically sign up for a Bethesda account with your Xbox Live account or your PS4 account.
I'm guessing they'll give some kind of perk to or something.
It's something like gear or perk or whatever. But the game in general feels super lonely if you're not running with somebody.
Okay.
Because there are no NPCs.
That was what I was going to bring up next.
Yeah, because like everyone is dead, other than the players. There's like robots that act as vendors, but all the people from your vault that are not players are dead, and like all the people that were trying to survive in the area on their own are fucking dead, and they've been dead for a while.
Okay.
Because I think it's only been like 20 years or something after the bombs, so it's not like New Vegas or 4 where it's like 200 years. It's real close, and there were one of the groups that you run across corpses of they're called the responders, and it was basically like a bunch of cops and EMTs and firefighters from different towns and shit that gathered together to try and like help people, and you just find their fucking corpses everywhere, and they're all desiccated, so they've been dead for weeks at least, if not years. But I think it's like closer, like you get out and like some of the people are fresh dead, because like you find holotapes talking about, these people have been sweeping, or these enemy types have been sweeping through trying to kill them, and that's what you fight in that area. So it kind of seems like it's fresh, but like the corpses look like, fucking rotted ghouls and shit. So they're, I don't know if that's just an art thing or if they meant for it to look like they've been dead for months or years. I don't know.
So I read that review from Forbes that you shared the other day.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about playing, 60 to 70 hours of content with getting all of your story from shit that you read or listen to?
I don't have a problem with it in that I've played other games that had a large portion of that going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you really dig into like Skyrim, or if you really dig into some of the other Elder Scrolls games, or if you actually look around and pay attention to the story in like Borderlands, a lot of that is told through in Elder Scrolls. It's like books and shit like that. In Borderlands, it's similar. It's like not holotapes; they're called echo tapes. But that gives you most of the flavor of the actual setting. You know, the most of the voice acting and shit is just for your main quest and maybe some side quests. And I don't think that's a big deal. I think where it's gonna hurt is if you're if you never get a party, or if you never play with randoms, then it's gonna feel super fucking alone. But if you're playing with somebody that's you either know in real life, or if you just pick up a random when you start the game and, you know, maybe you play with them when they're on or whatever, I think it'll make it a lot better, and I think that's the point of it.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you think that's part of the intention to feel that way while you're playing?
Yeah, I think they did that partially. I mean, obviously, it's gonna save them some money on like animation and stuff when they don't have to animate NPCs for the dialogue, but because they still have to pay the voice actors, because they still have all this dialogue and shit from all the holotapes. They don't have to program all the conversations with all the different trees and shit, so that probably cuts down on the amount of voice acting, but they still have to do it. So I think it more works as like, you're coming out, you're actually going to be the generation of people that starts the people that you find in the other games. Like, there were other vaults that let people out 20 years after, and you are the fucking bandits. You are the fucking people that start the cities. You are the person that founded Rivet City, or fucking Diamond City, or whatever.
Because Fallout 76, or Vault 76, was the first vault to open.
Right. Yeah, but like, you know, those aren't people from before the bombs fell that started those areas. They fucking died. You know, that's how I feel about it. Is like, the lore wise, is like, the people that actually did shit were the people that came out of the vaults after the end happened, basically. So you're just like coming out and seeing, before it's covered by dust, the still fresh corpse of the U.S.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's still, though, like, the thing that is going to bother people is that there isn't, like, the dialogue trees and shit. But I played with a random on Sunday, and it felt awesome. Like, you know, he wasn't stupid or anything, so that was fine. But, like, you know, we traded. It was like, hey, you're using this gun? Okay, I'm just going to give you all that ammo whenever I pick up. You're using this? Okay, we'll trade for that, blah, blah, blah. We'll, like, you know, and it worked out. And, you know, it was like, hey, I need help over here. Okay, I'll leave this place that I'm looting and go help you. And we, like, did shit together, and it worked out. And the level of difficulty, at least at the beginning, seems like it helps push that along. Like,
that's
needing
awesome
to have
companionship.
People with you.
Yeah.
And you don't have, you know, a companion like the other games all had. You all had
like
companions or a dog meat or, you know, a robot or whatever. So I think it works. I think people are bitching to bitch.
Do you have in the beta, did you have the ability to do any of the settlement building?
Yeah.
How do you feel about being able to build anywhere?
I think it's fantastic.
That was one of the things. I hated the settlement building in Fallout 4. I hate Fallout 4 in general.
I really liked it because I named my character Dick, of course.
And it knew.
And it knew, and it says, Sir Dick.
Yeah, it does that in this too. Like, some of the names that you can pick, that it'll recognize them.
Nice.
I don't remember what I named my guy, but I think it was something generic, though.
But I was really excited for...
Oh, Davey. I named him Davey,
Davey.
and it knew Davey.
Just the ability to say, you know what? I want to put a fucking compound up on that mountaintop.
Right. Okay, so the really cool thing about that is that if you're like, okay, that I want to put that up there, well, I mean, you might like it or dislike it. It depends. If you put it somewhere, but you really need all the shit and you can't fast travel, you can bring it to you.
Really?
Yeah. So like the camp module, you can call it to you through your Pip-Boy for like some caps, and everything that you had built there gets stored, and then you can just like plop it out as it was. It doesn't even break it down into the pieces. It pulls it out just as it was. So I had like a little house somewhere that I had built, and I was like, damn, I have too much shit. I need to break it all down, but my camp is all the way over there, and I can't fast travel to it. Oh, and fast traveling costs money, depending on how far away it is, to try and, since it's all real time and there's multiple players, so that you can't just like go from one end of the map to the other and like back and forth and do crazy
I've noticed
shit.
a lot more open world games adding cost to fast traveling. Mm-hmm. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn did it. You had to have a fast travel pack.
Or just limiting your fast traveling like
Yeah.
Odyssey has. Because in Origins, you could fast travel to any city at any time.
Any
You
like
didn't
specific locations, the synchronized points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now you can only hit the synchronized points again, which is pretty fucking annoying.
it is.
Yeah. I have to talk about a different game as far as fast travel goes, but I want to finish the thought. So, like, you can bring that back, and I had built this little building, and it came out as the little building on the fucking foundation and everything. So it doesn't, like, break it down or anything. So if you have something crazy complex and you want to keep it, you can just, like, bring it wherever the hell you want and plop it
Cool.
down. Or at least it seems like that way. I don't know if it breaks, because that could be a thing. I didn't have anything complex. I just had, 4 walls on a foundation and a roof. But if you have, like, crazy wired neon signs and shit like you can do, then I don't know if it's going to break because you plopped down the wrong part first. You didn't plop the generator and the tower connecting the power to it first or whatever. But it could work.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I was... Because I'm normally pretty anti-MMO. And when 76 was first teased, that was 100% of the vibe that I was fucking getting from it.
Yeah.
Is this is going to be another MMO fucking clone crammed down my throat that I don't want.
I was worried again for another Elder Scrolls Online, but it's not looking like that.
Yeah, it does and doesn't feel like that at all. Because, like, you do have the kind of dumb quests and shit that you do when you first start an MMO. Like, go get 5 pelts or whatever. I didn't have that specifically, but, fetch quests and shit. You go to a computer and it's like, hey, become a first responder. You gotta go kill this thing, bring it back, and cook it or whatever. And a lot of them are teaching you how to do different things that you do in the game. Which, I mean, some of the other ones are, but, like, it's more direct. Like, oh, you gotta find a tinkerer's bench and make ammo. That's another thing that they brought back from
New Vegas.
New Vegas is making ammunition, so
Yeah,
that's
I dig
pretty
that.
sweet.
I could have used that a lot in 4.
Yeah, right. But I think it's done well as far as the kind of MMO style quests. They're done so that it still feels like it's Fallout. It's not like
That's good.
fucking WoW with guns.
Yeah, that was one thing I like that always kept me away from Elder Scrolls Online was it just didn't feel like
Elder
Skyrim
Scrolls, yeah.
or Oblivion to me.
Right,
it just
right.
felt like, oh, I'm doing this fucking
Pretty World of Warcraft.
yeah. I didn't like that.
Which I don't understand why people still play WoW, but whatever.
People do. People play it a lot.
I know
Like
people.
I
that
love
play it,
I
so-
love seeing 76 and knowing that I can just roam around shooting shit. I don't have to go do quests. I don't have to do that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you get way more experience.
Well,
but-
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
That's-
that's how
that's-
it always is. But yeah, you can just run around. But that was another thing, is that it's not scaled directly to you, since it's multiplayer. So you can walk off whatever it is, northwest or whatever, and go get fucked up by some level whatever they are death claws if you want to, but if you go the way that it directs you through the quests and kind of stay in that general area, you're pretty much safe. But like, stuff isn't scaled to you, it's scaled to like kind of the areas, regional and like directional as far as the quests go, because you can just like run over to like the third or fourth quest from the fucking vault right away. It's actually closer, but you're gonna get fucked by everything over there. There's like level 10 fucking mongrel dogs and shit, and they'll just eat you. But you could do it if you wanted, because you don't get shit at the beginning. You get like a fucking tire iron or something, maybe a combat knife. You don't find shit for guns or anything until you get to the first town.
Okay.
It's rough.
It's a wasteland, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the wasteland.
I mean, like that fucking meme about video games, like, this girl's exploring this ancient tomb that's never been opened before, finds an upgrade for her machine gun. Mm-hmm. It's not like that.
Oh, Tomb Raider. So how do you feel about the setting as far as West Virginia goes?
The game is fucking beautiful. Like, I was seriously impressed with it until I started playing Red Dead Redemption.
Where you can draw dicks in the snow.
Well, I mean,
I love it.
that's the least impressive part about that game.
Yeah, I mean,
But no,
it depends.
You need to step up your dick game.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I can draw a pretty big dick in the snow.
Yeah, but no, it's I think it's beautiful, the way that they did it, and like, I'm not sure if they're gonna address it lore wise, why there's still vegetation here and not in any of the other fucking games. Like, you have to go up in the mountains where a fucking dude's got a tree growing out of him, and like, he's mutating all the plants around him so that they grow, versus like, this is just, there's shit growing everywhere in West Virginia for some reason. But so far it looks great. I didn't get far out of the region, so I know that there's like different biomes, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I haven't seen any of that, but
Have there? So is this basically the full game? Or is there?
as
There's an
far
end
as I
point?
can, as far as I can tell, it has been, because like what I've seen from previews and reviews of prior to that, they limited it to a certain time, and then it actually had an end where they got fast traveled back to a certain place and a nuke went off because it was like somebody had found the launch codes. But they're not doing that. They're just kicking you off the server at this point. So I'm pretty sure it's like the full game. It's just,
You only have so much time to play.
you only have
so.
so much time, so you're not gonna fucking get. And that might be why they're limiting the time, so that people aren't just on it for 72 hours straight and like
just nuking the hell out of the server.
just like getting everything and like being like, oh well, that was too short, or getting to where they're powerful enough that they're like, well, I'm gonna fucking
Prey on everybody.
prey on everyone, or cancel their pre-order because they're like, well, I already played the game.
It's a good call.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
either
a good
way.
call.
Would you say that from what you've played of the beta now,
Mm-hmm.
you can justify buying it?
I mean, I already did, but yes.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think I can, especially because the whole reason that I got back into console gaming was because of this and Red Dead and people wanting to play it with me. And I have a PC that I can play on, but everybody else has a fucking Xbox. So it's like, okay, I can play with one of my friends who has a nice PC, or I can play with him and everyone else by getting an Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it did.
How many hours of story content are you predicting this is gonna have? You know what I'm saying?
Of like a main story, and see that's one of the things that has bothered me a little bit, is that it's harder to discern what's main and what's side quest. I mean, you can just look at your menu and like be like, oh, okay, well this says it's main quest, and these all say that they're side quest. But if you just like don't ever go in there and just like let it put all the markers on your map and just like wander around and try to figure it out on your own, it's like kind of hard to figure out what's what. The only things, that is an MMO thing that they've brought along is events. So that's like the only thing that's easily discernible, is because it's like a wide area. So it plops down, and they have events that happen like every few minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
It seems like
So it's like Destiny.
Yeah, kind of like Destiny. It happens. The same one happens on a clock, and it's got a time limit on it, and there's like 2 or 3 objectives. And if you're in the area when it is completed, you don't even have to do anything. If you're in the area when it's completed, you get the rewards. So you get experience, and then you get like basically like a loot chest, but it's just dumped right into your inventory wherever you're standing, as long as you're in the area.
Interesting.
It's pretty interesting. I was like,
I feel like that's
going
to get nerfed.
Yeah, probably.
That's definitely gonna. That's
just
gotta
like
get
everyone's gonna run back as soon as it's like about to end. And
Yeah.
just like run and jump in there and be like, okay,
All right.
yeah, I got my shit. Let's go.
That guy did it. Good job, dude.
Yeah.
That's how the Division was.
Like, I just hang out in the area, just fucking behind a tree, just
Jacking
Yeah,
off.
I'm gonna
Waiting.
go like take a shit while my character's sitting here, and you
Yeah.
finish this quest, so I get stuff.
basically. I mean, that'd be like a great like experience exploit.
Yeah, just farm it.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. Like once it's actually out and everyone that I'm gonna play with is actually able to play it. You know,
Yeah.
'cause, like some people didn't pre-order and shit. So
Well, I'm getting it on Xbox, so
yeah,
I
we're
will,
gonna have to get gamer tags hooked up
I
here.
will happily hand it out.
Sweet.
Because this dummy over here got rid of his Xbox when it was paid for. Dummy.
It got me a really awesome tattoo. So I'm
Cool. And now you can't play with your friends.
I'll be playing on my PS4 with some friends.
Yeah, you
So-
think.
Is that a PS4 Pro?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I got the robot white Fallout 76 Xbox.
Did you?
Nice. Nice.
I'm waiting for the fucking controller to look disgusting. I fucking hated the old Xbox 360 fucking white controllers.
Oh yeah.
I put one of
like
those
turn
fucking
yellow and shit.
I put one of those body gloves on it one time.
Oh yeah.
And it was clear and it had like orange accents. I fucking peeled it off like a year later and my controller was orange. And fucking it had that like nasty film on it
Yep.
from dirt and grime getting between that
Yep.
that fucking skin and the controller on top of all the dirt that I already had on top of the controller.
Yeah, it's gross.
So,
It's
yeah.
like your fucking cell phone. Like you take it out of the case and it's
Oh, I know. I did that today.
disgusting.
You don't have to do it right now.
No, I'm doing it anyways.
gives
I
a
already
shit.
cleaned it off, but yeah, it's just like dust and pocket lint and crumbs. Did you say
Skin.
semen?
I did say semen.
Like I heard a combination of skin and semen, so I didn't know. I didn't know who said what.
Both with two
Both.
F's.
Both.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I
Both.
mean, after you rub one out, then you like
Both of
grab
these.
your phone.
I
and
follow the
you get
teachings of both of these.
all that shit in there at the same time.
Oh yeah. All the fixins.
Yep. Well seasoned. Okay, so fast travel.
All right.
Fucking Red Dead Redemption. I don't think there's fast travel in it. I think you can only use like wagons. Like if you get a
Good friend
stagecoach.
of the show and friend of ours, Brandon Stone, host and co-host of Game Addicts Podcast.
Okay.
Got to give them another plug here in a bit. He says you have to upgrade your, your camp, your specific tent or whatever.
Yeah, because you have like a camp kit.
Yeah,
that you can drop.
You have to upgrade it and then you can do it. But they say since the map's so big, it still takes like a minute to load that to fast travel. So it's like
a minute's better than 20.
Yeah, just fucking.
No, like I've been playing it. And it's fucking ludicrous. Like I had this quest where it was just like, okay, you start at your gang's camp, you go steal this thing, and then you take it somewhere else. That was like 45 minutes. Mostly because I was fucking riding a horse. Mm-hmm. There was no combat. I rolled up to where it was supposed to be. These dudes were like, hey, don't take that. And I took it. They shot at me, but they didn't fucking chase me, and I didn't fight anyone. I just drove it away. And I drove it to the other place.
Hey.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck. It was probably
broken. Don't do that.
Shit was probably broken. But anyway.
I drove it away. We'll collect the insurance on it.
Put it where it was supposed to go. And that was the end. And then I had to like go somewhere to find my horse because I had just ridden 20 minutes away from where he was sitting. If you don't have them upgraded enough, you can't whistle for them from that far away. They don't just like show up. They actually just sit wherever you left them.
So you had to bond with another horse.
Well, no, I like went to a stable.
Next thing you know, you have like 8 horses following you around, like, feed us.
Yeah.
Feed
Only
me.
8 out of the 150.
I know.
You know. But you gotta get blue so that we can trade with each other.
Blue Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Blue Dead Redemption.
I saw that meme and I'm like, fuck, this is.
Yeah, I bought Red Dead Thursday or Friday night.
Yeah.
Okay. And I fucking cracked the case open, threw both discs in, downloaded them,
Ugh.
and then went right back to playing Assassin's Creed. I still have not played it yet.
Miranda's been playing it.
I have to finish Assassin's Creed.
I've heard that that's really good, but I've never really been into the Assassin's Creed games.
Play Origins before you play Odyssey. Origins is a lot better game. It is, Blaine.
It depends on who you are.
You can fast travel to cities in Origins. You can't in Odyssey. That's yet another fucking check mark in my fucking column.
I am just enjoying this game so much more, though.
That's because you have a fucking hard-on for Greeks.
Maybe I do.
Fucking weirdo.
Oops.
I mean, I like olives too, but not that much. Jesus Christ.
Olives are okay. I don't like olives.
You do like olives? Or
I
you
don't.
What a fucking piece of shit. Go fucking kill yourself.
I don't like olives. I guess I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, you should die.
No, I've said it before. Like, I am just enjoying Odyssey so much more than Origins, but definitely play Origins. Like, it's an amazing game. Both are amazing games.
Yes.
Origins is the Egyptian one.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I can't wait to get my hands on Red Dead, but Miranda's playing it right now. I got her Red Dead Redemption 2 for our 1-year anniversary.
It's fucking dope.
Yeah, but I knew.
I've heard the controls are really clunky.
Yeah.
Well,
from
it's
what I've
a fucking
seen.
Rockstar game.
Yeah.
Just think about it, man.
That's fair.
They have never been able to make a control system that was worth a shit.
Yeah.
And their games are still like game of the fucking decade.
Mm-hmm.
If they had like this is something that me and my buddy Billy have always talked about. If they could make a game that had the content of Fallout or Grand Theft Auto with the controls, like the understanding of responsiveness and agility and everything from like Call of Duty, it would be the game of forever. Like if you could control fucking Arthur Morgan or whoever your fucking Fallout character is, and you could like run and jump and slide and fucking dive off of the sides of buildings or whatever version of Call of Duty you actually like, because I actually hate that shit, but being able to like run and like not run into the side of a fucking building 3 times before you hit the door is awesome. And I wish like those 2 games would find somebody who can program controls worth a fuck. Mm-hmm. The games are still amazing. Despite
I mean, did you hear how much
Jesus.
Red Dead sold this last weekend?
Yeah,
all of it.
It has set the record for the entertainment industry, not the game industry.
Yeah.
Not not cinema, not just media. The entire entertainment industry.
And I helped.
And I did too.
Me too.
No, I mean, so far, I've played like maybe.
I think it sold
6
like
or 7
15 million copies.
Yeah.
I just saw.
It was like 10 to
I
15
saw
million.
the thing a little bit ago.
I've only played like 6 or 7 hours, and I think it's probably one of my favorite games
Really?
of a long time.
I've watched Miranda play here and there. Like I said, I got it for her to play because she told me how much she loved the first one, and so I had to get.
One.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
the first Red Dead Redemption.
I've played since fucking OG Red Dead Revolver,
Yeah.
son.
I played it, but I didn't love it.
Oh, I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I had to get
Best
it for her.
fucking cowboy game ever until Red Dead came out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I had to get it for her because she loved it, and like it actually looked good enough that I wanted to play it. I had always like been curious about the first one, but I knew I was just like, I'm just gonna let her play it. I'm not even gonna touch it because I'm gonna have Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna have Fallout, possibly some Pokemon coming up. So like,
That's why I'm working these 10-hour days and Saturdays.
I don't
So
know.
you,
If,
like quit your job and play video games.
Yes, so I can become a professional Pokemoner.
Pokemanner.
Pokemoner. Fucking pocket demons. Dicks.
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 Jesus.
Dead Space.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I heard those were really good games.
oh, God, they were so good, and it fucking pissed me off that it died along with Mass Effect and every other great thing that fucking EA has ruined.
Yeah. Fuck EA.
Fuck EA.
They're gonna charge us for
Saying
their
that,
name.
yeah. Oh, back on a little bit of 76, I read something yesterday that said it would have microtransactions,
Okay.
but it won't be pay to win. So what I'm thinking in my head that it's all going to be
Skins.
like Destiny. It's all going to be cosmetic shit.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that version of microtransactions.
Right. I'm seeing already the or thinking about all the pre-order shit is all skins. It's all fucking skins or outfit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. And there are all the crafting, all the modifying and stuff. The everything has paint jobs. Like literally everything.
Cool.
A fucking board with a nail in it has a paint job marker.
Fuck yeah.
But you don't have any accessible to you. I don't know if that's because of the beta, or because I don't know any recipes, or because they're all going to be purchasable.
Ooh, I got a nut. You brought up the crafting system and it fucking light bulb.
yes.
I have a question. Is the weapon crafting system from Fallout 4 in 76?
Sort of.
Okay.
It's way different.
Because
Similar.
I personally thought that as much as I shit on Fallout 4, I thought that was one of the
Better parts of it.
better parts of
Right.
it, without a doubt.
It's a similar menu style, and it works similarly, but there's more shit.
Cool.
And the way you figure it out, or the way you can do it, is different. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but it seems to be how it works to me, and that's how it's come across to me, is that when you scrap weapons, you learn more modifications for
Okay.
that weapon. So, like, if you have, like, 6 snub-nosed revolvers, you scrap 5 of them, and you learn some mods for the one you have left.
That makes sense though, because in theory you're breaking down that material
Right.
to become a resource. So you're not just
You're learning about it as
you're
you
not
take
just
it apart.
beating the fuck out of it with a hammer.
Right.
I mean, you're actually taking it apart and taking pieces from it and learning about it. So yeah, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that approach for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of the generic mechanics of the game before work a little differently. So, like, that's a little different. You also have to learn, you have to find, like, recipes for things. You don't just, like, automatically know that you can make it. You just don't have the right shit yet, or maybe you don't have the high enough science or something. it's like it's not there. You have to find a book that tells you how to make it, or find somebody that gives you the recipe, or like do a quest and you get it from a computer or whatever. And
I'm gonna be immediately on a quest to find a book on how to make meth.
well, it'll be called like Turbojet or something.
Yeah.
Skooma.
Yeah. And then the leveling system also kind of fucks with like lock picking and hacking,
Okay.
where it's not the easy, medium, hard, very hard system anymore. It's all just like 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 was the highest I've seen, and I only had the opportunity to get up to 1. And you have to get the card to be able to take that perk.
Okay.
So that's another thing that might be
Frustrating.
is like, I don't know if they're random or not, the ones that you just get. I know the booster packs are random, but the ones that you just get every level that are available for you to pick from, because you can't get them all. You just like have more available to pick from. And then you get booster packs every 2 levels that have random ones in it. So those ones are not part of the ones that you already get. So I don't remember if I got it out of a booster pack or if I got it normally.
So you can't really start at ones across the board and say, this is the build that I'm going to do.
Yeah, you're going to get random shit. You're going to get some consistent shit and some random shit.
See, I actually like that because it makes you...
It forces you to do new shit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start another character, you're not going to be the same character unless
Yes.
you somehow just randomly get the same shit. Which is neat.
Yeah, I dig that for
It's
sure.
pretty solid. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that when it happens, but maybe.
You'll complain
Right, yeah,
about it.
you might be like frustrated at first, or you might actually really love it because you got the shit that you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, like it's gonna be random, so you'll be either happy or upset depending on if you get what you want.
Which I have no idea what I want. Much like real life.
Yeah.
You don't always get what you want,
But what if you don't know what you want?
then you don't get it.
But you try so many times. And you might find you get what you need.
It still
Get
works.
what you
It still works.
It still works.
So, topic tangent. As far as Red Dead goes,
Yes.
and just Rockstar in general, I mean, do you think, like, from what you've played of Red Dead right now, do you think Rockstar is going to evolve past the formula from Grand Theft Auto 5 and then now this? Like, do you think they're going to keep moving towards that pipe dream that you said? Like, eventually they're going to get somebody that can actually fucking program these controls, and then...
God, I fucking hope so.
Or do you think that they're just going to continue refining their formula that they have right now? Because I did not love Grand Theft Auto 5. I'll tell you right now.
Okay,
Right.
what didn't you like about it?
The story was pretty blasé
Okay.
for me.
Yeah, like I understand that. I don't remember if I finished it or not, but it was mostly because of the story. If I didn't, I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played
I
it.
definitely loved it more than 4.
Oh,
Not
4,
story.
4 was awful.
Not story, because I don't play the story, but
Okay, so what
controls.
bothered you about 4? Was it just the controls?
Oh, the controls were garbage.
Oh, that was the one where it was like
So
driving on
bad.
glass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
the driving was terrible. The controls were terrible. Like, I could not play that game.
Okay, so the one thing that's been annoying me about Red Dead so far is that they're approaching fucking real life. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to fucking bathe. You have to shave. You have to eat. You have to
Do
clean
you
your
have
fork.
to shave?
You don't have to shave.
But it tells you, hey.
But no,
It literally- I literally
fucking-
saw it.
Your fucking shit grows.
Yeah, I saw
and
it.
you start
It
looking
pops
like
up.
shit.
It pops up. It's like, hey, you're looking a little scraggly.
Yeah.
Might want to shave.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to look like this. You piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can just get a trim. You don't have to actually change it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, it's fucking ridiculous. So I'm looking for like,
The eating, the sleeping.
sleeping. You have to do all this shit.
You have to feed your horse, which Miranda found out last night.
Feed and clean.
Yeah.
Because if you
Miranda
don't clean it, it starts to like lose health core.
gets mangy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Miranda was. It says feed. It pops up. Feed your horse to restore its health core and in its stamina core, and she's like, I have to feed this thing. I'm like, oh yeah, you do. You got to feed that.
Oh yeah, and that's in Fallout too. Eating and drinking are.
Oh, we're back to hardcore mode.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
Sweet.
it is hardcore mode,
Yes.
and it is not.
Finally.
You cannot turn it off. You have to play survival mode. You have to eat. You have to drink. You can get diseases.
Fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh God, what else? When you are over encumbered, you can still move at your normal rate, but you cannot run or fast travel, and moving drains your action points. So, it's fucking hardcore as shit. Like, I've died more in Red Dead, but I felt like I was gonna die more in Fallout. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, oh God. I'm
This
like
is it.
sick and
This is
hungry, and like this fucking ghoul won't get off my ass.
It's over. I'm done.
There's a fucking millennial trying to eat it. Or Generation Y, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Goddamn ass
The
eaters.
Fortniters.
jumping back to 76 because you sparked another question
Yeah.
for me. Is there just fucking swarms of ghouls everywhere?
Not everywhere.
But I mean, like,
But,
is
Dude,
it
like it's
is it
kind of
the most
swarmy.
is it the most common enemy you're fucking
No.
approached with?
No, it's not yet. They added other humanoid. They added like another like a disease, I guess,
Okay.
that turns you into a scorched. So you're like basically like a walking, like burned out person, and they're more intelligent than ghouls,
Okay.
feral ghouls. They're more like really angry regular ghouls. So they like run around in clothes and shit, but they have like guns and axes and like knives.
Like the
and
Lost
shit.
Plagas from Resident Evil 4. Zombies with guns.
Yeah, basically. But they'll fucking shoot you and shit.
Cool.
The first ones you run into just have like melee weapons, but eventually you run into some that have guns. But there's also ghouls, and there's like more classes of ghouls now.
So it's not just ghoul, feral ghoul, glowing one.
Yeah, it's like there's like weak feral ghouls and like roamers again, and like all that different shit. So there's like prefixes and suffixes,
Cool.
and of like all the enemies that I found so far.
You're making me a lot more excited for this game than I was when I got here.
This fucking futon's killing me.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I had to adjust.
My ass is dead.
Yep.
Would you prefer the hard kitchen table chairs
No.
that we used to have?
Well, I might be able to get out of it easier.
For the
My fat
record,
ass.
the next place we'll have an actual couch.
We will work as a we will work as a team to get out of this motherfucker.
Rock forward.
I'll like hold both your hands and anchor myself so you can just pull.
Jesus Christ.
I must break you.
Yeah.
God,
Anyway.
How about that?
What?
How about that?
DP?
Wait.
How about
No.
that?
How about that? No. Fucking,
Creed 2?
yeah, Creed 2.
Hell yeah.
I'm fucking pumped.
I'm so pumped for that. When is that?
Thought it was like Christmas time, maybe.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think it is Christmas.
Is it on Christmas
I think
Day?
it's Christmas Day.
I love watching movies on Christmas Day.
Oh, same.
Too.
If I don't work that day, that might be what I do. If you come to Lafayette, that might be what we do.
Oh, I'm probably going to be up north, so.
Fuck off,
Well, I'm
Blaine.
not going to do it with you then.
Thanks for
Go see
saying-
my family on fucking holidays. Sorry, bud.
It's okay. You do what you got to do.
We are your family now.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm super pumped for Creed. I just recently watched Creed for the first time,
Yeah, I
What?
haven't seen the first one.
like a month and a half ago. I told you about this, you fucking dildo.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking dildos.
I fucking texted you and said, it was in the group chat, hey, I finally watched Creed, and then you shit on me for like 20 minutes.
Sounds like that's about what's about to happen right here.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna try.
No, I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, it was in the fucking JIC group chat. Fucking
how
go back
recently?
through the archives and find it. Find it.
How recently?
A couple weeks ago.
Which group chat? There's 2 of them.
The Network and Chill.
God damn it.
That was my idea.
Anyway, I really liked it. I'm like up and down when it comes to Michael B. Jordan. I'm either really impressed with his acting ability or like the most not that I can possibly be.
Okay.
Without hating him as a person, you know? Like, I fucking hate Bryan Cranston. I almost triggered myself just by saying Bryan Cranston. So,
Whoa.
Malcolm in the Middle. That's all I need to fucking say. I don't need to say anything else. That's it.
Whoa.
Let's finish Michael B. Jordan before we get to Bryan Cranston.
All right.
So, I really like that Sly is still involved in the franchise that he made.
Yeah.
By the way, we're back to September and still nothing about Creed.
Fuck off, Blaine. Anyway.
Oh, there it is, September 23rd.
Fuck off.
All I said was, about time. It's been 2 years. Cop out. You choose to do so. I am not your responsibility. Oh, okay. Here's how it went down. You said, finally watched Creed. I said, about time. And you locked me saying, I'm busier than most people. And I said, it's been 2 years. And then you said, surrounded by adults that I have to watch like children. Cough, you. I said, cop out. You choose to do so. I am not your responsibility. You said, honestly, though, at least I watch it. It's not like I'm 5 years behind of Game of Thrones or anything. And I said, speaking of. And you did the Ryan Reynolds face palm. And I said, get on that. One thing at a time, for the love of God, man. I said, no, all 7 seasons simultaneously. Gonna have to absorb this information Winter Soldier style in flashes.
Fuck that. Just read the books.
Yeah, you hated Game of Thrones, don't you?
Yeah. We did. The first season was fine. It was like 98% of the book. They switched a few lines around and like dropped a couple characters that didn't really do a whole lot in the first book. And in the second season, it was like, let's do some weird lesbian shit while fucking Littlefinger's talking for no reason, just so we can show some titties. Like, I love titties, but
I love me some titties.
the whole reason they were like, yeah, well, not everything's going to be in it because we're only doing 10 episodes a season. So don't put dumb shit that doesn't fucking belong in there. How about that?
Ratings.
You can put tits in random scenes that are actually supposed to be in the book. Just like,
I
okay,
wouldn't
there's
know
supposed
that.
to be a dinner, and like, you know, these guys are supposed to be talking about how good the food is because it speaks to their characters. Have naked bitches in their lap. There you go.
Bam.
Boom. Fixed it.
Titties.
Titties.
I'm with Shane. That's
I'm
part of the
not
reason
even
I've struggled
disagreeing.
with it.
I'm not even disagreeing.
Yeah, and because I don't have the fucking time to watch it, so.
Just flashes.
Jesus Christ.
Just fucking flashing all the fucking images at you, trying to get you caught up on the times. And you're just like strapped into a fucking chair.
I mean, he could like do it like Lilu.
Lilu?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like, Lilu? Who? What?
What?
Yeah, I get you now.
What movie is it from, Blaine?
Fifth Element.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't even.
One of the greatest movies of all time. Changed my mind.
I've seen it once.
Oh, well.
I fucking love that movie.
I've seen it once, all the way through at least.
Just, what?
It's like one of the only Mila Jovovich movies I like.
Accurate.
Yeah. I mean, they're all pretty awful.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really talk actually much in that movie.
Which is great.
Yeah. I mean, she's fine and everything, but...
She's about to be the main fucking character in the Monster Hunter movie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's
Get fucked.
there's set
That's a
photos
thing.
for that.
There's set photos
Yeah,
already.
pull it up.
Is it like a dude with a green ball on a mop and then a chick with like a leather jacket on?
Yes. While Shane and I talk about Bryan Cranston.
Oh, Jesus.
Why is this a thing still?
Because I fucking hate Bryan Cranston.
So you didn't like Breaking Bad?
Nope, I couldn't get through the first season.
See, like, people that haven't liked it, that seems to be the
How
main
many?
thing. Like, they don't make it through the first season. Which, I kind of understand that. And that's one thing, like, I know Red Dead has sold so many fucking copies, but it is a fucking Western. A 60-hour Western.
Mm-hmm.
So the first, like, 25, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, so I foresee a lot of people being upset about it. But
I just...
the same thing with that, like, I know that first season is a lot of setup, and, like, not a lot happens till the very end. So,
Well, going into Breaking Bad, I was really excited for it
right.
because I knew what the premise of the show was,
Mm.
and it was an AMC, produced show. So
Yeah, and AMC has always been hitting it out of the park.
you
the
know,
last
Walking
10,
Dead.
15 years.
I really fucking dug Hell on Wheels. That was one of my favorite shows
Yeah.
that I actually watched from start to finish.
I haven't finished it, but I watched quite a bit of it.
I've dug that. I dug that whole show. So when fucking Breaking Bad came out, I was like, "Yep, found another one. I'm gonna dig this." You know,
Right.
Mad Men was another one that I fucking
Yeah,
really
Mad Men.
really loved. I just couldn't get over Bryan Cranston because every time I look at that guy, I can't think about anything other than Malcolm in the Middle. And now it's to the point where I recognize what he did with that show. You know, he is the one that knocks.
Right.
But that's all he has fucking done with his career. And people that love Breaking Bad put Bryan Cranston up on this pedestal where he does not deserve to be at, in my opinion.
I know he's done more with his career since then. It's just
We
not
pulled
been...
it. We pulled it up one day on the show, and he hasn't done a whole lot.
Nah, not much. Not much notable.
Yeah, it's not been of that caliber, but I don't think that's necessarily his fault. And I don't think, like, Malcolm in the Middle is a fucking stain on his record. A lot of people fucking love that show. You just don't.
No, I fucking hate that. I hate that show.
Like, I'm not a huge fan, but I don't fucking loathe it and
Oh, I
blame
do.
the people that were in it for
Yeah.
its existence.
If I could kill the people that still put that show on the air, I probably would.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking hate that show.
He fucking hates that show.
Yeah. I have nothing to add to this conversation. This is a tired conversation.
No, it's not.
It is we've had the exact same discussion so many times, and I'm just not going to do it again.
But what's different this time
Is
is
Shane's here?
well that, but you heard me recognize his talent in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You've never heard me do
but
that
you've
before.
you haven't even
And I quoted him.
you haven't even touched the tip of the fucking talent penis of Breaking Bad.
I fucking quoted him.
Science, bitch.
Yeah. That's not him though.
I know.
That's somebody that I like as an actor.
Really?
Yeah.
I like him
think-
in Breaking Bad.
I think he-
eventually.
Yeah, I like him in Breaking Bad. I
Eventually.
Like, I mean, I didn't like his character at the beginning, but like,
His-
I think he
I
has
like
a lot of
him as
untapped
his arc was
potential as an
good.
actor. I think if you give him some good roles,
yeah, I feel like,
shit that's not the Need for Speed
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I
I feel
think
like
that-
there's that. I think that might be part of the Cranston thing too, though. Is like, and it's been a thing before where somebody that does multiple TV shows to much acclaim, they get put in movies that are shit. Mm-hmm. And it's not necessarily that they weren't good. It's that they got put into projects or accepted projects that were fucking awful. Mm-hmm. Because they either their agent or them, they weren't used to looking at movies. They were used to TV shows, and be like, well, that would be a decent TV show, but it would make an absolutely shit 2-hour movie.
Yeah. I mean, we can all agree to disagree on Bryan Cranston. Because I'm not going to let this one go.
You don't need to let it go. I just don't want to talk about it anymore.
Well, the more you don't want to,
because it's just the same conversation every single time.
the more you don't want to talk about it, the more that I'm gonna talk about it.
So Monster Hunter.
So Monster Hunter. So I am not too fond of this image. This looks like this does not look like Monster Hunter. This
that
looks
like SWAT dudes.
yeah,
or military.
Let me see if I can pull up blow this image up. I can't.
Yeah, those are definitely.
That's Ti.
Yeah, it is. Those are definitely military people. In
Yeah, we got this. This is
the desert.
Yeah, I'm not really.
And a dude with a hoodie.
I'm not. Yeah, that's probably like a director or somebody. But
yeah, well,
no, this
whatever.
does not look like Monster Hunter. I'm not seeing armor. I'm not seeing like swords and shit. These look like fucking, like fucking Blackwater out in the fucking Middle East.
Maybe they fall through a portal and it's some like Land of the Lost shit. Because that would.
I don't want that. I want some motherfucking.
Pull up the Monster Hunter movie Wikipedia page.
Okay.
Is he about to cry?
I don't know, because I've never done this. So I want to see what it says the synopsis for the movie is going to be.
First photo revealed. This
That doesn't look like fucking Wikipedia, bro.
No, but this is the first photo revealed.
Yes.
This is the very first photo. What the fuck?
A dude with a rifle.
Yeah, that's Monster Hunter movie. IMDb.
You could pull the IMDb up too. That's just movie Wikipedia.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
Monster Hunter film.
So
Upcoming American fantasy action thriller directed and written by Paul W.S. Anderson. It is loosely based on the video game series of the same name, produced by Capcom. The film is being produced by Capcom, Impact Pictures, and Constantine Film. Would that be a Constantine? There's no E.
Yeah.
The film stars Mila Jovovich, Tony Jaa. Okay, it's got Tony Jaa, so I'm definitely down regardless. T.I., Ron Perlman, and Diego Boneta.
Okay, what's the premise say? Go above cast where it says premise?
No, I just got distracted by premise because Tony Jaa as the Hunter, one of many skilled warriors that fight giant monsters. Mila Jovovich, Captain Natalie Artemis, a member of a United Nations military team.
United Nations military?
Yeah.
Read
Premise:
the
a United Nations military team falls into a portal to an alternate dimension where humans fight off giant monsters.
Land of the Lost,
The
bitch!
two groups work together to defend the portal to prevent monsters from entering the portal and invading Earth. Could you see like a fucking Rathalos just fucking flying around Earth? How badass would that be?
That'd be pretty badass.
I want to live in the world of Monster Hunter. I'm
Me
sorry,
too.
like that'd just be like my dream.
You die.
I would
you
die.
Get carried back to your camp on a cart by a cat.
Yeah, and then after 3 times, it's like, oh, guess I got to go back to the city. Going into town.
I've had enough of this shit.
I've never played any of those games.
Oh, it's great. Great stuff.
Yeah, you have an Xbox, get it. Or it's on PC now, too, so. Shane, just get it. It's a fucking great game.
It is the
Maybe.
It is the highest selling Capcom game of all time. So
The fuck?
Yep.
Seriously. Not. Well, it beat out, like, Lifetime, right?
Yeah,
For some of them.
As of yesterday, it is the highest selling Capcom game of all time.
That's fucking nutty.
When did it come out? Fucking January? March? February? February it came out. It was the fastest selling Capcom game of all time. Now it is the highest. And the fastest.
$60 million budget for this film.
Oh, God. It's going to be so fucking awful, but we're going to IMAX to see it.
Oh, man. So you can see the, like, not even fucking, like, detailed.
You see the fucking sound boom, like, in the corner of the screen.
I don't know.
Best CG that 15 bucks can buy.
The first Deadpool had like a $30 million budget, and look what they did with that.
Yeah, but
so
they did that with like cutting out all of the special effects and just like using it in 2 scenes. And
which
one
was
scene,
awesome.
One scene was already done before they fucking made the movie.
Right. You're not wrong.
They spent like 60% of the budget in making Colossus look like Colossus.
I believe that. I completely
which I
believe that.
appreciate them for.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I just love that this movie has Tony Jaa. Like I'm that alone just sparked my interest.
Is
like,
that
the Protector?
Protector, yeah.
Ong Bak,
yeah. That would
probably
be
several
what-
others. But yeah, that's awesome. I love Tony Jaa.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
So I have a topic from last week that I want to get your opinion on, since we have someone who like knows music and shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's not me.
You're gonna expose me as a fraud.
maybe. No, I think I definitely want to hear your opinion on this because okay, so first and foremost, I'm a Disturbed fan.
Oh, okay.
So I got their newest CD, and it's very different from their past releases, yet has like songs that are like completely taking you back to the sickness almost.
Okay.
Yeah, while still not being as good. But I feel like a lot of people just aren't going to listen to this album simply because, it's Disturbed. And I feel like a lot of people that are Disturbed fans are going to be turned off by this album because half of it's like acoustic shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
Okay.
And I told Matt and Tyler last week. It's like they saw the success that they had with Sound of Silence, the radio success they had with it.
Yep.
And they're like,
Let's chase that.
we can do this. Like, this is a viable option now. And of course, I started watching interviews, and that's exactly what they did. Like,
Right.
They're like, we've always wanted to do an acoustic album. We've always wanted to do this kind of stuff, but
We're afraid that people would reject it.
that, and they kind of like, well, we would start recording and just be like, oh, we're just jamming again,
Okay.
and we're just doing the normal Disturbed thing. But yeah, so I guess the topic itself was, so we as fans of a specific band always will listen to an album. We will absolutely love it. Like, prime example, All That Remains, Fall of Ideals, typically.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
like the seminal fucking All That Remains album. If you're an All That Remains fan, you are more than likely a fan because of that album.
Right. If you're an actual metal listener.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you came in later, then probably not.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those fans typically shit on everything after Overcome. Yeah,
Yep.
So like what as a fan like makes you shit on it? Because a lot of people don't even, from what I've seen, they don't even actually like have a legit opinion. They're like, oh well, it just doesn't sound as good as Fall of Ideals. It's like
It's because people get precious about something that they like, and they want more of the same. So like, if you ever listen to Joss's podcast,
yeah,
he talks about that. He used to talk about it more, but when they were recording the newer Hatebreed album. But something that they don't really do is change.
no, Hatebreed, no,
Yeah, exactly. and it's purposeful. Like, they know that they could do other shit. It's just
I'd like them a lot more if they did.
right. And like, he snuck little pieces of things that have worked from his solo stuff in. There's a couple of like lines on the last album in one song that are more sung sort of than just
Yeah,
but it's something that he like openly says is like, hey, our fans like this and we're prepared to give them more of the same. But he also understands other artists. He's like, look, I have another project for this reason, so that I can do whatever the fuck I want. It is still heavy and stuff, but I like do some singing.
I mean, yeah,
I bring guest artists in to do singing if they're if there's something that I have come up with, but I can't do because I'm not that good a singer. So like I understand both sides of it, because as an artist you want to like get better, and you want to do new and different shit, either that you're imitating something that you liked, or you've come up with something new that isn't quite the same as what you did before. But I also understand, like, because I've done it, like we just said with fucking All That Remains. I love Fall of Ideals. That was one of my favorite albums at the time.
Rest in peace, Ollie.
Yeah, that's fucked. And
have they come out with a reason?
Apparently, his wife is going around saying that it was foul play, and the police are not releasing anything yet. So, like,
he was just found floating in his pond.
Right. The original report was that it was an accident, but they're still investigating. His wife posted some weird shit before it happened, apparently, and then she's apparently been saying a bunch of crazy shit after. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but
yeah, it'll be interesting to see what all comes of that.
Yeah. I mean, like, as soon as there's an actual real police report, instead of them just being like, yeah, just wait until we're done with the investigation.
It's just speculation at this point.
Yeah, it's all speculation. I don't know if you saw it yesterday, I think. Somebody shared a page. It was one of the, like, metal radio station pages. They shared another page that was created by his widow that is, like, called Justice for Ollie, however you say his name.
Really?
And it was, like, talking about that the truth would come out and that they would seek justice and shit like that. And I was like,
because there's some huge conspiracy against All That
I don't
Remains.
know what the fuck. Like, I didn't know anything about his, like, personal life or anything.
Yeah, same.
The only person in the band that I know anything about is
Phil, probably.
Phil, yeah. Well, a little bit about their old bassist, but not a whole lot. But that's all come from Phil's mouth, so yeah.
There you
it's
go.
It's all centered around Phil.
Yeah.
But anyway, I understand, like, wanting more of the same thing and not getting it, because that's exactly what happened with them. Because I was like, I liked the whole album, but there were like 4 or 5 songs where I was like, these are what they should do. This is my opinion of what this band should be. And then they came out with Overcome was after that, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, this isn't what I wanted.
Yeah, out of everything they've released since Fall of Ideals, Overcome is probably my least favorite.
Yeah. Right.
Just because, like, comparing to now, it's not as bad, but all the overproduced vocals on that album.
Yeah, layers upon layers.
Yeah, but, I mean, not to get away from the subject and focus just specifically on All That Remains, but, like...
But it speaks to the...
It does, because, they are nothing like they were on Fall of Ideals. Maybe this new album might be close, because...
Have you listened to the...
Oh, yeah. I dig it. I dig this new stuff.
Super fucking heavy and fast, and...
But still the vocals are still melodic.
Little melody in there.
Their last album, Madness. Mm-hmm. You probably didn't listen to it.
No, I didn't.
Holy shit! If you want a good example of how different shit can be, that's the album, because the way Phil...
I heard the first single, the title track.
That was okay. That wasn't. But the rest, there's some good songs on that album. But
they're not what you think of.
No, the way they wrote that album. I mean, first of all, there's a cover of The Thunder Rolls on that album.
Oh yeah, I've heard that too. I fucking hate it.
I love that song, but All That Remains, it was interesting. It was very true to the original.
Yep.
Very true to the original, but it was just odd hearing it that way. The way Phil wrote this, he went out to a studio in LA and wrote all the melodies, tracked all the melodies, and he sent it all back and had the rest of the band write the music around his vocals.
That's not usually how a metal band does it.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And like he even wrote in the liner notes, "Thanks to my band for trying something new." Because like that's how he did it. Like he just straight up, he tracked all the vocals, like, or at least demoed all the vocals, and then said, "Hey, I want
right to this."
Yeah,
yeah, because like I've written that way. I've written both ways or a few different ways. Writing a riff and coming up with shit afterwards, or writing the melody and coming up with the riff to go around it, but never like a whole song or God forbid a fucking whole record. Jesus, that's a little bit much.
That's about how he did it, and it shows on some songs. But there are some like really good songs. Like there's a song called Halo. They have like the last couple albums, they've all had this one song on the album that's kind of like, all right, this is gonna be our heavy song of the album,
right?
And it's like just the one, like the order of things had No Knock, which was about no knock raids.
Right.
This album had Safe House, which is about people like home invasions and him being like there and ready with his gun in hand for a home invasion. It's like, go ahead, come on in.
Right.
But it's that's just him. He's like super pro NRA and all that shit. So like that's just him being like, yep, I got guns.
Is he pro NRA? I know he's like pro guns.
Okay, I may have
like,
misspoke on that.
Yeah, because he's like libertarian.
He's very libertarian, yeah.
Like the NRA is like sort of pro guns. They're just mostly pro themselves.
I've never viewed it like that.
They're basically like every other fucking
organization.
Lobbying organization.
I get you.
They get money and give money to politicians to make sure that people think that they need more money, to give more money to the politicians to make sure that people think that they need more money.
It's an endless vicious circle.
Yeah, they figured out a great loop, and they're farming the shit out of it. Somebody needs to nerf that shit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like people only, like their only argument is like, oh, once again, as example, oh, it's not the fall of ideals.
Right.
It's like, why can't you just appreciate the fact that this band that you love?
Well, another good one is Killswitch. You know, when Jesse left the first time, people were like, oh, I don't like this new guy. And then when Howard left, they were like, oh, I don't like Jesse. It's like, fucking make up your mind.
Yeah.
Do you like the band or not?
And it's not like...
It's a little different.
And it's not like Howard put out a good album with them before he left.
Right, yeah.
Like,
I mean...
Killswitch 2 was not that great.
End of Heartache was awesome. And then... As Daylight Dies was like mostly awesome. Like some really, really good parts and some kind of not that great parts. But then like the second self-titled
had like 3 good songs.
Yeah, it was pretty dog shit. I mean, it was still Killswitch, but the vocals were pretty bad.
Adam D did not produce that album.
I know.
And it shows.
You can fucking tell too.
It shows. Yeah, it's just we as fans can't just appreciate that this band that we love is giving us new shit to listen to.
Well, I always bring up the argument that they might not just be like trying to branch out and change and give the fans new things.
That's just where they're at.
Well, their bodies might not be able to produce the same material. I mean...
Oh yeah, that's definitely a thing.
I mean, I've had Blaine and I have had this conversation a lot on the show with a lot of different people about a lot of different bands, and every time we've had this conversation, I bring up Metallica.
Yep.
Metallica, in my mind, to me, is Ride the Lightning. That is the greatest Metallica album ever made. Every single fucking song on that album,
number 1 or 2,
is a hit, in my mind. But I also love Kill 'Em All. I like the Black Album. I mean, I
like songs off of Load and Reload. If everybody wants to fucking stab me in the heart over
songs,
fucking go for it. Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there are.
They're really good songs. It's not, but the same thing. It's not Ride the Lightning.
Yeah, but
it's not Master of Puppets.
But I don't shit on any of them. I mean, I take the total opposite stance that I normally would. That is them from the fucking beginning of their career to where they're at now. It is just an ebb and flow of them evolving as artists,
right?
Changing their sound, because in my mind, ultimately, They need to make the music that they want to fucking make, not the music that I want them to make.
Right. Exactly.
Audioslave is my favorite band of all time. Their fucking third album, Revelations, is one of the biggest piles of steaming dog shit that I've ever listened to. And I still fucking like that album. Because I support the band that I like.
Yeah.
That's my stance, which is normally not the stance that you know me well enough by now. That's normally not the stance that I would take on something like this.
Yeah.
I would plant my fucking feet in the sand and say, this is not what I want.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there are several bands out there that have done this where they start out like super heavy or like super like well-known album and well-known, well-recepted album, and then they just go off and either get softer, more poppy, or more radio friendly, however you want to say it. I mean,
Suicide Silence.
Suicide Silence. They just got a new singer and they wanted to do different things.
It's the same thing though.
Yeah. I'm with
They
Shane.
just changed. They changed because they wanted to change. It's not,
Yeah.
And like the whole thing is like people didn't appreciate it for what it was.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm a Five Finger Death Punch fan.
Yep.
Mostly for their older stuff. I know.
You know why I like Five Finger Death Punch? I like their covers. That's about it.
That's probably their best thing.
Yeah, in my opinion,
I like
still
them
don't
in
like it,
general.
but-
in my opinion, their best stuff is their cover songs.
I'm not really a big fan of their image or how they've like
No, they're
their image is pretty
they're B
garbage.
Squad juggalos now.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah.
But here's a good comparison for you fellas. Since he brought up Five Finger Death Punch, I fucking like Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
hate me for it. I don't give a shit.
The last two albums have been pretty garbage, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but I still fucking. I mean,
I cannot
I
say.
love that it's like, why do people have this opinion? I am rife with this fucking opinion.
It runneth rampant through my body.
Yeah. Jesus.
I mean,
Christ.
we're of course we're all guilty of it,
Oh
but
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah. It's just
Absolutely.
funny when like we're talking about it and then you're just like, I fucking hate the last two albums. They suck shit. It's like,
But the reason they suck shit to me is because I just don't like them. I'm not sitting here like saying, "Man, I wish they'd go back to Nightmare or City of Evil or
sounding the seventh trumpet.
I hate that album, but
Well, I mean, yeah, but a lot of people want them to sound like
yeah,
that
or the
again.
next album. I can't for the life of me think of it.
Waking the Fallen.
Waking
Yes.
the Fallen. Yeah, I can only think of Unholy Confessions because that's like
So-
the only song I like on it.
So one thing that we never point out when we have this conversation is it's been happening for decades upon decades upon decades. Because when fucking Sabbath fucking traded Ozzy for Dio, how many fucking people do you think were rabbling in the streets?
But here's the thing. I think it's also the vocal minority. Mm-hmm. Like Metallica's the biggest fucking band
Of
in
all
the
time.
world
Of all time.
ever.
Yeah,
And they, like, if you go to
Don't say
one
that
of
around
the
Gene
metal
Simmons.
shows that we fucking go to and, like, talk about Metallica, you're gonna get shit on if you say anything about liking anything after fucking, maybe even Master. Like, some people don't like fucking And Justice.
yeah.
And we'll
got
have
up.
a very
I had
strong
to- I had to
opinion
adjust
of
my ass
you
to sleep.
after you say that you like it. So, like, but they don't represent the majority. So, like, I think that's a big thing. Like, All That Remains got bigger after Fall of Ideals.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because of Fall of Ideals. It could have been the album afterwards. We'd have to look at the sales. And, like, somehow, I know how, but I'm not going to pay for it, get access to ticket sales. But, those like, the singles off of those next 2 or 3 records were played on rock radio.
Mm-hmm.
And, they weren't playing fucking, The Air I Breathe on rock radio. They weren't playing Six.
They definitely weren't playing the Weak-Willed.
The Weak-Willed. Yeah, they weren't playing Weak-Willed.
But I think that's part of the problem though too, because it shouldn't matter if it's the vocal minority or the silent majority. We should just not fucking worry. I mean, if you want to support your artist, support your artist. Otherwise, don't fucking tell me about it.
But
because I know well, I mean, I know for a fact you and I could sit in this room right now and have a conversation about music for the next fucking 10 hours.
Yeah.
And not one time would I say, your fucking taste in music sucks.
Yeah, right.
As I go fucking listen to Wham in my truck.
Yeah,
you know?
well, I mean, like, I'll say that to people, but I don't actually mean it. It's just, like, just to be like...
I mean,
right.
We've been friends.
But the majority of people fucking mean it when they say it.
Yeah, I know.
And it's aggravating as shit.
I mean, we've been friends for, like, 5 years now? And, like,
something like that.
How many times have you told me my shit sucks? Like, a lot.
Yeah. But, like,
but we're still
it's just
friends.
like, I don't, like, dislike you because of it or actually, like, think you have bad taste. It's just shit that I don't like that you like.
Mm-hmm.
But we like a whole lot of the same shit, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's just...
Except Ryan. Like, we just don't like Ryan.
Well, yeah,
Cranston.
but...
Blaine's head just fucking pops.
He's just got that
like
fucking...
like a little clown
Hey, is
balloon.
that vein throbbing in your forehead new?
It's like an
He's
anime
got the
vein.
fucking anime snot bubble.
I just said the anime vein.
Vein,
Just
snot
like the
bubble,
plus sign.
nosebleed.
Jesus.
Well, I have listened back way on track. I have listened to the new Disturbed album.
Yeah, I haven't.
And I
haven't heard shit from it.
And I
Want to borrow it?
I dig it, man.
Yeah.
I like
listen
it.
to it on Spotify if I really want to.
Go for it. It's worth a listen because, like I said, it's
money for it.
different.
I found myself doing that a lot lately. Instead of like buying something, I'll buy it, but then I won't listen to it on iTunes or like the physical copy that I got. I'll listen to it on Spotify because I pay for it, and those bands get more money because I'm listening to it on that.
Yeah, physical sales are almost gone.
But I like to have it.
I still do physical sales. I still buy physical shit.
I wouldn't have this fucking art book with the CD case if it wasn't for that.
I like special shit.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's got the lyrics, it's got special artwork and all that shit. It's cool. It looks cool. It looks tight.
I just like the music.
Like, I have a bunch of vinyl that I've never even opened because I don't have a fucking record player, but the shit looks dope.
I got like 5 vinyl records and I don't have. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I don't have a record player.
I'd
I
like
need
to
to get
see you
one, but
try and figure out how to work a turntable.
Okay.
Get one with like an automatic needle set, so it like does it for him.
And he'd still fuck it up. Like I'm standing behind him, eating my bag.
Give
of
it
popcorn,
time.
just watching him.
If I get one for Christmas, we'll do it live on Podcastrophe.
Sweet.
Me working a turntable.
Yeah.
Me working a record player.
And then out
You
of
gotta put
nowhere,
your most expensive record on it first.
you finally figure it out, and then out of nowhere, I just come over the top and just smash it.
Oh, that'd probably be my
Dikembe
my Nea
Mutombo.
Obliviscaris record. Saw them at the 5th quarter to get that, and they signed it and all that.
Speaking of seeing someone, I'm finally gonna get to see Coheed and Cambria
No shit. When? Where?
next weekend in Fort Wayne.
Speaking, nice. Speaking of finally getting to see somebody, I'm gonna go see Good Charlotte this Friday. Not as cool, I know.
Coheed.
You remember how I said I wasn't actually judging you?
Yeah.
Now we are. now even I am judging you. No, every
Rescind that comment.
every chance I've ever had to see Coheed, it's kind of like Tool. Every chance I've had to see Tool, I've never been able to go. And I didn't know that they were playing at Pierre's in Fort Wayne until Nick
It's
shared.
a great venue, too.
Until Nick shared
Yes.
a thing the other day for the event, and I was like, "Wait, these tickets are only $30?
When is it?
The 11th, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday."
I may be joining that.
Well,
Who all's playing?
I don't know the lineup. I literally just saw Coheed, and then
R&D is on it.
and then I said I must buy tickets.
Yeah. I think the last time I saw them was with Avenged Sevenfold, and 18 Visions.
Damn,
Chicago.
18 Visions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's taking it back.
Yeah. I was probably like fresh out of high school, maybe. So, like 2005, 2004, 2005.
Why didn't you just type in Pierre's Fort Wayne?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
But it does. You are bad at searching the internet for things.
Yeah,
Tour
yeah.
dates. Okay, that's... Why is all of this up?
Because you're dumber than a bag of dicks.
Get out of here, Shane.
God damn it.
Maps and Atlas. I got this. November 10th at Pierre's.
That's Saturday, right?
Maps and aliases, along with Thank You Scientists, round out an amazing night of music. Okay.
Hey, thank you, scientist. I thought they were on there. Yeah, the 10th is Saturday.
Yeah, tickets are $33 a piece.
That's not bad. Is that after?
Yeah. With convenience charges.
2 tickets is $79 and like 50 cents. After all the convenience charges and shit.
Okay. So still less than 40.
Very exciting.
So if you would like to go with me,
I might do that
then I will
because
just not take my wife and take you instead.
I mean I work next Saturday, but yeah,
I mean, I will also probably be working that Saturday, so... But it's fucking Coheed.
it is.
I'm not going to miss the chance to see Coheed for $33. So,
And Pierre's is a pretty sweet venue.
never been there.
It's pretty sweet. I saw Mushroom Head there. Mushroom Head and Avatar.
Saw Mastodon.
See, I would like to see Mastodon in a small venue like that, but I hated them in like Ruoff Home Mortgage Verizon Creek here.
Wireless
Center of Music.
Clips.
Oh yeah, Clips.
clips.
I saw them at...
I saw them twice there, and both times I was bored out of my fucking mind.
I saw them at Pierre's and at the Vogue.
I would love to see them in both of those venues because they're up close and
Yeah.
personal. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
The Vogue one was with Baroness.
I think I remember
Now
that
I'm
one,
jelly.
and I wanted to see
Yeah.
that one. I wanted to see that one so bad.
So I guess I've seen Baroness before and after the accident. Because that was before, and then after...
Skylar's like, I'd be okay if you took Blaine instead of me.
That's why I even volunteered that, because I knew she didn't want to go.
Nice.
So,
The other time was in the Deluxe. At, what the fuck is that called now?
The
other room at the Egyptian... where the Egyptian room is?
this is the deluxe room.
No, it's not. The Egyptian room is the name of the room. It's not the name of the building.
Old National Center.
Old National.
It used to be the Murat.
The Deluxe is like a club
Downstairs.
Downstairs, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Kill Switch and 36 down there, and Seven Dust most recently. And
the
I
Kill Switch show was weird because it was supposed to be in the Egyptian room.
it was, but they didn't sell enough, so they probably moved it
That's
down
fucked.
there. I know.
Yeah.
I saw Iced Earth down there too,
Oh shit.
and Sanctuary.
I'm surprised they don't play around here more, since like their guitarist lives in Indiana.
And they're Columbus.
Yeah.
He's from Columbus. Their old lead guitarist, he's from Delphi.
Right.
Graduated with my dad. Like, that's weird and cool at the same time.
Fuck yeah.
since you're not going to Medieval Times with us on Saturday,
Kmart Iron Maiden.
the
Yes.
Still
Yes.
dope. Still dope.
Yes.
the concert can be how you celebrate my birthday with me.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll get you home,
I'll get you home.
because you'll be a sleepy boy.
Oh, he'll get you home.
Oh, boy.
All
DP.
the way.
DP! We've gone full circle. We're back to DP.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually very excited for this weekend because Good Charlotte is one of those
Awful bands.
it's one of those bands that started me off with my music, You know, they were one of the first bands I got into, besides Creed.
Look at how far you've come.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it was.
I still fucking like Creed.
It was Smash Mouth, Creed, Good Charlotte, and then from there I went to Linkin Park and Disturbed and System of a Down.
Wow.
And then from there I went to Mudvayne and Mushroomhead and Slipknot and Pantera and Lamb of God and fucking Static X.
Wow.
Did you just like
And then Dark Throne.
come or get blown up?
I started with like
Lots. Of both.
Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, and then it was Slipknot, Slayer. Metallica was dabbled all around,
Yeah.
and then yeah,
I had so many different things. It was like my mom listened to country, my dad listened to like oldies and classic rock, and like southern rock.
little Molly Hatchet action.
More like Charlie Daniels Band.
Okay.
But then like middle school, high school, middle school, I got introduced to like Metallica and Godsmack by different people. So then I kind of went down those roads, you know, the radio rock shit and the old thrash shit. So I started on like Metallica and Testament. And
Fuck yes, Testament.
fucking love Testament.
Me too.
I wish they were more popular than they are.
Of course. So I just got an invite to Tap Takeover this weekend at North End Pub. Sweetwater, a beer I actually really like.
I'll be at Medieval Times getting
So this,
Turnt.
Turkey leg on.
turned.
so like I said, I'm taking the day off. Miranda already has the day off. We're just gonna make a day trip out of it. We're going down to 450 North, and then we're going from Columbus, Indiana to Columbus, Ohio. Call me Christopher, and it's gonna be a good day.
Do you want to hit him first, or can I?
Christopher Columbus was a dick.
Because he's cruising for a bruising.
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus was a dick,
Jesus Christ.
as Cardor Dick Smash says.
As like everyone said on Columbus Day this year.
Yeah, he sucked.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
There you go again.
Raping and a pillaging. Raping and a pillaging.
The ripping and the tearing.
Do you guys want to call it a day?
You want to go eat Taco Bell?
Yeah, I'm down for Taco Bell.
Oh shit.
You want to go eat Taco Bell with us?
Shit, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We can do that. I can do a real quick Taco Bell.
Bye, everybody. We're going to go eat Taco Bell.
Fuck yeah, Taco Bell.
Fucking throw the mics down.
Before we leave, I forgot to plug this earlier, but if you're still listening, please go ahead and check out the Game Addicts podcast extra live stream this weekend. This Saturday they're doing like 12 hours or so.
I believe it's 12 hours.
It's 12 or 13 hours because they're going till like 9 o'clock. Because at some point the Fallout 76 beta starts for Saturday, and so they're just going until that's over.
Let me give you kids the times.
I think it ends
Do you
at
have
9.
to have a code?
Not on Xbox. All you gotta do is pre-order, and then you can download the beta. You have to have that
pre-order
for
it digitally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you buy it physically, then you have to get a code. But usually at like GameStop, it's on your receipt.
Because I still haven't pre-ordered it. I was going to do that this weekend.
Yeah, check out the Game Addicts podcast and check out their stream this weekend. Help donate if you want. Help donate to a noble and worthy cause. Extra Life is an awesome charity event that a lot of gamers and streamers and entertainment people participate in, and it's just a great thing. We're gonna have a small segment from last week's episode on that, where we talk about Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins, comparing the two. But that's all I got.
The remaining dates and times for the Fallout 76 beta is tonight from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. These are all Eastern Standard Time. November 1st, 2 to 7 p.m. November 3rd, 5 to 9 p.m. and November 4th, 2 to 9 p.m. So that's the remaining announced beta dates and times.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Sweet. Did I tell you I checked out that demo you sent me finally?
No.
Yeah, you sent me a demo like 2 weeks ago, and I finally listened to it the other day.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool.
It's pretty sweet.
Awesome. Thanks.
God, you're a piece of shit. Can we end this?
Let's end this.
It's over with.
So check out Shane's band, Only Human. Apparently, they're coming
My
out with some new
favorite-
stuff.
I'm gonna interrupt you here. I'll let you finish here in a minute. Taylor Swift. My favorite local Lafayette band, Only Human.
Woo!
Proceed.
It's pretty solid. They're a pretty solid band.
That's all he's got to say. We're pretty solid.
They're up there.
They're my favorite.
I don't really know too many Lafayette bands anymore, so they've got to be my favorites. Weed Bee doesn't
Thanks.
play as much
I appreciate
anymore.
it.
You win by proxy.
Yeah.
How does that make
We've
you
outlasted
feel?
all the rest.
You're definitely like the most well-rounded band in terms of style. Like you have everything that I like.
And that's why you're my favorite. And because
So.
I like you.
So yeah, check out Only Human.
Yeah, on like Spotify and iTunes.
They got stuff for
Yeah.
you to listen to.
My wife listens to your guys' stuff on Spotify now, so
Sweet.
I converted another one to the cause.
Awesome. There's only the one record on there.
I've
there's
listened
like-
to that record a bunch.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of other shit with our name on it. That's not us. So that's interesting. We don't get paid for it, so don't listen to that shit.
Yeah. None of that shit.
Shit.
But, you can check us out on podcastrophe.podbean.com.
That's not necessary.
Yeah, I mean,
You're already listening to it.
yeah, you're already listening to it. But if you're on the Journey into Comics
There you
network, then you can head on
There you
over.
go.
But if you're on the Podcastrophe
You should head
feed,
over to the
you should
Journey
head
into
on over
Comics.
to the Journey into Comics, and then you get a ton of other shows, a plethora of other shows.
I feel like you need a copy that you can just read of your outro, so it doesn't end up like this.
Everyone ends up like this.
Exactly.
I
That's,
know,
that's
that's
the
the
beauty
thing.
of it.
Or we just record an outro and then
There's already
If
an
you read-
outro.
if you
I
read
mean a
copy,
plug-
There's
a plug
already an outro.
A plug outro.
But if
I
you
woke
read
up this
copy,
morning
it's a lot easier.
with my dick in my hand. Girlies to the right of me.
Boop.
Just
Plug.
like I planned.
I'm gonna punch you.
It's gonna be a big dick
I
day.
want to eat Taco Bell, you son of a bitch.
Gonna be a big dick day. Hey, don't unplug that shit.
I want to eat
We
Taco
have to say
Bell.
goodbye. But yeah,
Bye.
check out all the
Goodbye.
other shows. Check us out live on Facebook, live every Tuesday, roughly around 5:30 or 6.
Yeet.
You get extra. You're gonna be getting extra shows whenever we do them,
When we have time.
when we have time.
It seems like you guys are on all the fucking time now.
We've only done one extra show.
So what the fuck am I seeing?
I don't
pop up
know.
all the time. Then
I don't know.
maybe it's just the same show. Like I fucking hate Facebook now.
Yeah, it's weird. It's stupid.
I'm not gonna get into it though because it'll be another 2 hours.
I know. I got zucked the other day. I got 24-hour banned.
Stop.
That was stupid.
Stop
You're doing
talking.
exactly what he said he didn't want to do.
All right, guys. If that is all, that is all. I'm Dick.
Thanks for listening. I'm your host, Tyler.
I'm some random guy they found on the street to come in and talk.
Yeah, and
Our
please.
favorite random guy that we found
Yeah,
on the
our
street.
favorite one that's random. Please make every day a big dick day. Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Woke up this morning with my ticket